What's that?
No.
What's that coach? I think he's at Ohio State now. When Mariota was at Oregon.
Chip Kelly.
Chip Kelly, yeah.
Yeah.
I think he was there, still there.
Yeah,
I think he was with Mariotti.
Yeah, I think he was. I think he's the offensive coordinator.
Chip Kelly came to the
Oh.
pros and
Philly, right?
Philly.
and bombed out.
Yeah,
Bombed
that,
out.
so
that
That's
kind
how-
of offense was
Just goes to show you again,
Right.
not every coach in college that could coach college
True that,
could
yeah.
coach the pros.
Right.
It's a different game, man.
True. Look at Saban.
Yeah, he was another one. He couldn't do it in the pros.
Give it a second. It did say you may not be able to edit. So.
I know.
But now we know.
Pete Carroll. At first, I thought he was gonna bomb out, but he finally got it
Yeah, it
together.
took him
and
a while.
he
It
was
took
able
him
to.
a while. You know, but
So the Packers signed Josh Jacobs, and they got rid of Aaron Jones.
That's bad.
So now the
That's
Aaron
bad.
Jones gonna end up on the Jets.
He left the Raiders.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
Josh
left the
Jacobs
Raiders.
signed with Green Bay, but they cut Aaron. They waived Aaron Jones. They made them be
Well,
a
they
free
didn't have a
agent.
choice because they
Well,
don't. They're
but-
not gonna pay two running backs.
Well, they had the two running backs the last few years.
Yeah, but I
But-
think they was only paying one of them any money. I don't think the other kids
I
making
think
no
that's
money.
bad. That's bad how they treated him.
But that's how it
I
goes.
think
Yeah,
Jones
but-
he's a better receiver out the
Right.
back.
The
He
reason-
is.
the
I
re-
think so too.
The reason the Eagles was able to get Saquon is because Swift went
He
to
left.
Right.
Yeah,
the
he left.
Bears.
He went to the Bears.
So it's
Yeah.
one team is going to replace
Well, he would have
the
went
other
somewhere.
team.
Saquon, somebody would have taken
Somebody's gonna
Saquon.
take
Yeah,
it.
and somebody would have
Now-
lost a job.
Now, not so necessary if he'd have went to the Cowboys because the Cowboys they don't have no running back.
Right.
He
You don't have
would've
Pollard,
went-
right?
He could have
left.
went. Yeah, he said so. He could have went to the Cowboys. They wouldn't have to give up nobody because they didn't sign.
Well, I
They didn't
guess
sign Pollard.
They're not finished drilling and dealing yet. So
No.
Well, they might go after.
Yeah, but
Well,
Henry-
they got to get Henry.
Yeah.
If they don't get Henry, Cowboys ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, they got.
They ain't gonna, they better go get Henry now. They because they were talking
Yeah, they
about
need to
Saquon
get him.
and Henry, so they better go get Henry.
Mm.
You know, but I just feel bad for. I mean, he'll wind up somewhere. That got Jones.
Well,
He's a
what
very
about
good
the-
running back. But
I'm
I
telling
just,
you, he's going to end up with us.
it's just bad how they did him.
The Jets.
Get
what
who?
about
Get
the
who?
Aaron
impending
Jones.
draft?
Oh,
Probably.
Jones.
Say that again.
What about the impending draft? They have running backs in the
Yeah,
draft.
but running backs don't get
This draft
drafted
is
early.
basic.
They're
It's
gonna be-
quarterbacks and receivers. Big
Yes.
ones,
Offensive
quarterbacks
line.
and
Big on
receivers.
that.
And
Offensive
linemen.
line.
And linemen.
Yeah.
Those are the
defense.
three things. Not-
Everything except running back.
Yeah, not really running
running
back.
backs are going to be third round guys.
Yeah,
For
that's
the
why.
most part, there's no
That's why this
outstanding
free
running
agency
back.
year was big on running backs. This free agency. Usually it's not like that, but because they know it wasn't a lot of running backs coming out of the
What was that? You hit all that stuff.
what you call 'em.
Wow, the Raiders picked up Christian Wilkins. That's a good signing. I like Wilkins. Big kid.
That guy from Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of guys will do. Chris Jones signed back. He got 95 million guaranteed.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know what the whole contract is, but
Yeah.
I know it's 95 million guaranteed. So
Well, they had to. They had to.
yo,
sign
if
him.
they want to
Yeah,
think
they don't
about
have no
3P,
choice.
yeah,
The Jets lost their what was it? The defensive
Huff.
line.
Yeah.
yeah.
But they got so deep. They're so deep on
Yeah,
defense. That's
yeah.
the least of their problems.
But he
They
got
don't
paid.
need a defensive line.
He was
got
their
paid.
leading
Sack leader.
sack leader, right?
He got paid too.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he got paid.
He
but
went to
that's the only
Philly,
thing.
right?
They're not going. The Jets
Yeah,
weren't going to
51
pay him
million.
that kind of money.
Right, you right.
And we got enough guys on the defensive line to make. turn into. These guys, they all think they the best
Mhm.
until something happened and they end up out there with no team. And it's like,
Yep.
whoa, what did I do? But hey, he's still good. He's
He's
good.
a good, yes,
he's
he is
very
a good.
good.
He's a good
So,
receiver.
very good.
You know, but
He
I
should be
think
fine.
coming off a year that he was hurt part of the year, and you think
Well, he's gambling off. You got to look at all the numbers for the first 4 years he's been in the league.
that's why he got to have a
great-
decent year,
No, he right now.
right?
For the 4 years that he's been in the league, he got good numbers.
Right,
he
you
got,
do.
He
Now.
got real good
That's,
numbers.
that's why.
But
he
if you're
gets paid
looking
right
for
now.
a big contract,
He got to
and you
produce
coming
again.
off an off
Right, he
year,
needs
He just
one
got to
more-
produce
he gotta
again.
do
He
one
got to
more
produce.
you got to
year.
produce
Right.
this
He
year.
got to produce. Yeah,
Now, the quarterback got to stay healthy too.
right. Well, they got some. They
You
got
know what I'm saying?
offensive line issues. You know, I was just really happy for Saquon because I don't like how the Giants treated him. You signed that bum. I got that bum all that money, and you treat him like
Mhm.
garbage. And he's a locker room guy. He's a good guy.
Right.
He doesn't get in trouble off the field.
Mhm.
Good quality guy, and you treat him like that.
What's that guy that be on ESPN? The football guy. I think he used to be.
The quarterback from Detroit.
No, not him.
Wait, for Pittsburgh,
No, not him.
Ravens.
He used to be I think it was a GM. I think before.
Oh, Tannenbaum.
No, black guy.
Oh, Louis Riddick.
Lewis Riddick.
Oh.
He went off on the Giants, man.
Good.
Oh, he went off.
I didn't
on
hear
them,
that, but
man.
good. I'm glad.
But so
I'm glad.
I mean, realistically, isn't it all teams? Because what did Saquon get? 30 million for 4 years.
12 million a year for 3 years.
Well,
Okay.
well,
Well,
it,
okay,
it can go up to 46 million
Oh,
with
performance?
incentives.
Okay.
With incentives for the 3. It could go.
Yeah, but you know
It's
what the
30.
problem is with that?
Mhm.
Saquon can step on the field the first game and be gone. for
Well,
the rest
if
of the
he
season.
doesn't, I mean, that's
Because
for
he-
anybody.
because
That's
yeah,
anybody.
but that's his history.
But that's everybody.
That's his history.
That's
though.
everybody,
There's a
though.
difference.
This
No,
football,
Derrick Henry doesn't get hurt like that.
football, anybody could get hurt in football at any time.
That's
True.
true.
Anybody.
But guys don't
Anybody.
do it consistently.
Well, you got guys like, okay, look at Curry, his first few years of the league.
Mhm.
Who's to say Saquon? For 2 years he hardly did play. Embiid was like that, and now they play. So that don't mean he could get hurt. He might not
Yeah.
get hurt
It's a
again.
different sport.
It
kid.
happens, but
It's a
still.
different sport.
But still,
But
anybody
you're talking-
can get hurt in
you're
football,
talking
though.
7 years in the league, he's been injured 5 of them.
Anybody can get hurt in football at any time. Anytime. Anytime. That's what
That's
this
all I'm
game
saying.
is.
It's called injury prone. There's a reason they call it that.
That happens in basketball too, Serge.
Yeah, you're right.
Basketball too.
Guys, once a guy has a major
Yeah, it
injury,
happens in basketball too.
it's gonna be something every year that's gonna he gonna miss games over. Whatever it is, getting hurt.
I give you an example. Kyrie Irving. When he stepped on,
That's what the
landed
city
on,
got you covered, but apparently.
what's the name? He
Right.
got the sprained ankle.
Well, look at Paul George when he got hurt.
All
When
them guys do.
when he was at Indiana.
You might as well say
But my
Embiid-
thing is,
Embiid is
he-
injury
he-
pro because
he
he hasn't
got-
played a full season since he's been in the league.
Right.
he
You know
got
what I'm saying?
hurt.
But he gets
Paul George
MVP.
got hurt when he hit the stanchion.
Right.
But since then, I mean, all these guys, none of these guys play 60-something games, or they don't play 70-something games a year anymore.
Now,
To this show?
the bad part is if he's healthy, they got to see him twice a year.
Yeah.
You know, 'cause he's in the division. That's the bad part.
Sometimes, again, even with that, it takes you to learn this game, to learn your body, because it's a different game than college to pros too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
It's a lot to it. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't wishing that on Saquon. I want him to get all that money. I want him to get all that money because I don't like what the Giants did to him. Huh?
I want him to run the ball down the Giants'
for the
throat.
show or just go to balls and hoops?
Yeah, you
Just
can
make
do,
that
you can do
happen.
it from your phone. Just hit the tab.
Okay. Just go bars and
Who's
hoops
next,
there.
sir?
Just go to that.
Yeah.
I want to send it to somebody.
I don't know who else is left.
Go to share.
He said he's getting the old thing.
Go to yeah.
We did Josh Jacobs.
Or go to the other page. Go to Dave page.
The
Yeah,
Giants
it's on
lost.
YouTube.
The
It's on
Giants
YouTube.
lost Xavier McKinney to the Packers.
Okay.
They didn't want to pay him either.
Who's
I don't
that?
know what Xavier McKinney,
Who is he?
the safety for the Giants.
Oh, Giants, they want to pay him?
No,
Giants is starting all over.
Yeah, they starting
They
all
starting
over.
all over because they're gonna be nothing. They gonna be
Somewhere or
shit.
another, they're gonna trade that pick and try to move up and get one of them top 3 guys. I can't believe that they not, because it don't make no sense to do all this starting over
This
and
is-
you don't
is
have
this
a
the same
quarterback that you could depend on.
Right.
I was just about to ask them how they giving up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
they
got you.
gave up.
Okay, let me see. Something.
They had to give up. They're not signing anybody. Well, they signed a offensive lineman who was pretty good. What's the guy's name? What's his name? Oh my God. I just saw it.
On what team?
The guy
I'm on YouTube
he
now.
played for the Eagles, I believe, last year.
No, we're on first out to the next time.
So I gotta put
Oh
that in.
man, who is this guy?
No.
Yo,
You didn't subscribe to us, man.
Oh, that's what I gotta do.
Yeah, I thought you did.
Oh,
well, you got subscribed to get on now?
No, to you.
So the first stop to the next
First
stop.
stop to the next stop. You're supposed to subscribe.
Oh, I
I
didn't
guess
know
I just
that.
did.
Got
I
it.
just did. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so
But
Who the heck did they? What was the guy's name?
So I just sent you the link.
Yeah, I did too.
oh yeah, yo.
Okay.
I got it. Thanks. Okay, let me do that.
Oh, John Runyon. John Runyon.
Runyon.
They signed him to the offensive line.
Who's that?
The
The Giants?
Giants.
Where he from?
He played for Philly, didn't he?
Was he a center? Or was a guard?
No, I think he's the guard. The
Okay.
center was Kelsey.
Oh, that's
And
right.
he
That's right.
retired.
He just retired.
I don't know.
Yeah. I
it's
mean, there's
4:57.
a lot of guys moving around,
I got it here.
Oh yeah, it's definitely gonna be a lot of guys.
and it's
moving
not
around.
nowhere near done.
And today was like the first day, right?
Right.
Okay, I
Right.
sent you both links.
So
I got it. Thanks.
edit it, do that.
But
That's what you want to do, bro.
I was texting you. I'm trying to get ready to get out the house, and all this news coming in, and I'm sending it to the chat. I'm like, y'all messing around, won't be able to get out. I should have left earlier. I didn't know that traffic was gonna be like. Yo,
Yeah,
it was
crazy.
horrible.
Yeah, it was bad.
Horrible.
I got off and took, like I said, took the local
Yeah,
streets
I
up.
was like, this is ridiculous. I might not get out of here.
Did you see an accident or anything? When you-
No,
You
just
said it was an accident.
I didn't see anything.
Where, on the belt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything.
Set it up like that.
But I just said, I said, it's gonna be a long trip. I'm gonna probably get there right when it starts.
Let's just keep it going on.
Shut your mic back up.
Very, very interesting how this thing. I like how the running backs is flying off the board though. They make it move. So these
Yeah.
guys wasn't getting paid, and they get a lot of them. You know, some of them are getting some money now, which is good. I was
Come on,
surprised
wait a second.
that the kid went to left Philly and went to the Bears. I was kind of surprised with
Right
that.
here, it says-
I guess the Philly knew that they was going after Barkley, and they
Mm.
just said, "Well, you got to find you a deal because we're not gonna keep you."
But he had a very good year with them last year.
Yeah, he did.
That was a very good year.
Maybe he was asking for a certain number. They wasn't
Right?
going
They
to give
didn't
it
want
to
to give him
him.
the number.
But then, they gave Barkley
They gave
money.
Barkley the crazy money.
Money.
I don't
so-
think nobody gonna get money like that.
No,
don't
ain't
think so
nobody else
either.
I
gonna
don't
get
think
that.
nobody gonna get money like that. Remember when I text you, sir? You said the 8 and 9. I was going through my thing and it said, I seen the thing. It said Philly said that they was willing to give him 12. I was
Right.
like, ooh,
Yeah.
you know.
We'll
But then you
see.
signed the guy. Like, look what you did to John. You signed the guy Singletary for $5 million a year. So you didn't want to pay him, but you paid that bum quarterback. What does that say? You know, how you think he feels about that? Like, really?
Mm-mm.
And this is a draft
now
pick
that
who
he's
you
not
got.
with them, we're
You
gonna
drafted
find out
him.
for
You
sure,
brought
ain't
him
we?
up. You know what I'm saying? The second pick of the draft. You brought him up. You see he's good.
Right.
I get it. He was injured in like 3 years. Okay. But you can see the potential in him.
Mhm.
And he's not a problem guy.
Right.
And he's a team player. And he's well liked in the community. And you don't want to pay the guy.
What number pick the Giants
But
got?
then,
This year,
ninth, I want to say.
Draft.
Yes.
6, I think.
6, yeah.
You think they're going to draft a quarterback?
They better.
They're not gonna get one of the top 3 because they're going 1, 2, 3 unless they move up to the 3rd spot, and ain't none of them teams willing to give up those spots because they want those quarterbacks. Best from what they're saying, they might end up with McCarthy, the kid from Michigan. I don't know.
That ain't too bad.
uh,
They saying that guy, what you call him out, don't sleep on him either.
Bo
The
Nix.
kid- yeah,
Oh, Bo Nix.
yeah.
Yeah, but
They say
it's
he
funny
moving
because they it's some people say he moved up, and some people say off his combine work that he went down.
Really?
Yeah, so
Where's he from? Washington or Oregon?
That's the
Oregon.
one from
okay.
Oregon.
Okay.
Penix is the guy from
Oh, that's
Washington.
right. He's not coming out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's out.
Penix coming out.
They
Yeah,
said he
they're talking-
tore-
he's a
they
second
say-
rounder.
They say he tore
So he
the
might move
combine
into
up.
the
Yeah.
he might
He
move
did very
into the
good in
first
combine.
round too.
He's left-handed, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
They said he did very good. The only thing with him is he's not nimble in the pocket.
Okay.
But that arm, ain't nobody got an arm like him.
Mm.
He could throw that ball and put it anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Anywhere.
And the other thing that's kind of a knock against both of them, Knicks and Penix, is that both of those guys was in college for a long
5
time.
years, 6 years,
Mm.
something like that.
I think Penix might have had 7,
Yeah, good man for long. 'Cause
Because he was
at
in Indiana.
Indiana
and he was good there. And
Oh,
then
yeah,
he got
Penix.
hurt. Then he went to Washington and he played there like 3 years. And then they gave him the COVID year.
Mhm.
What's it called? Was at
So
Nebraska, I
that
think,
add up
first.
to 7 years.
6 or 7. I know
6
he
or
had about-
7.
I think
It's
he
a
had-
long
You got it-
time.
You got an extra
I'll
year
tell you,
because of the
Because
he-
he's about 20.
he's-
He's 25 or 26
he's,
years old.
yeah,
something
he's
like
an
that.
older guy to be coming out of
Yeah.
college.
He's 25, I think. 25 or 26.
You know, these guys, they like to get them young. He's gonna get one contract, he might be done. No, he got 5-year contract, he'd be 31 or 32 by the time that contract's over. If he don't
ain't
show
good,
anything,
Yeah, that could be
You
it.
see nobody trying to go after Wilson.
oh,
They
he,
didn't even talk about it.
yeah, you don't
They
even hear
may
about
get
him.
mentioned.
I don't know what
about
the hell's gonna happen with him. I'm telling you, he's gonna end up in the UFL and win the MVP.
The UFL. Oh,
That's my
Nah.
prediction.
He gonna wind up there and get chased out of there too.
Let him-
Then you gonna really know he was not.
Let him
you
go.
couldn't even play in the UFL.
Let him go to Pittsburgh.
So-
Be Wilson's
And
backup.
he's
Man.
a free agent now,
No,
or did they waive him?
No, he's
they
still
he's still on. This is his last
He
year.
has
This is
one more
option
year.
year. His
They're
last
gonna,
year.
they have to cut
They-
him.
They might have to cut him.
And they
but
still
they said-
obligated to pay him.
Yeah,
Yes.
it ain't that much.
I don't think
Whatever
they
it
got to
is.
pay him if they cut him. I don't think
Yeah.
his shit's guaranteed.
Guaranteed. Yeah, not that last year.
Right.
Usually that last year ain't guaranteed. But they told him you free to talk to anybody you want to talk to.
Mhm.
They ain't,
And
I don't know
evidently
who
ain't
he
nobody
talking to.
want to talk back.
No, you the worst, man.
But they showed the graphic. The 5 guys that got picked in that year, only Trevor Lawrence is the only one who's still with the team that he originally, because Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, Mac Jones, and Justin Fields, none of them are going to be with the original team that drafted him after
Justin
4
Fields
years.
is still with Chicago.
Yeah, but he ain't going to be there because they're not going to keep him.
Who's
They're not going to get what they wanted for him, but they're going to get rid of him because
right,
they
who's
want that
free
kid.
right now. What team need a quarterback? Denver.
Yeah.
Who else?
It's a lot. Almost
Yeah,
every team
every-
needs a
Aaron
quarterback.
Rodgers Hill.
Yeah.
Just
Supposedly,
just need a
yeah, he
backup.
was ready to come back.
Just
last
need
year,
a
so he
They
decent
need
must
a
be-
backup though.
They need a good.
Yeah, they
backup.
got to sign a
a
decent
backup.
backup for sure because you never know.
I would-
Another
I
guy
would
he got
go
hurt
for
last year.
Brissett.
He's gonna
That's
be
what I would
40
go
years
for.
old.
I would go for Brissett. But
He's been a solid backup for a lot of
for
teams.
yeah,
That guy
For a lot of
Brissett's
teams.
gonna be popular with a whole lot of teams.
Yeah,
'cause
he's been good. Everywhere he went, he was
The
decent.
Patriots are
decent.
gonna need a guy to
right.
Right.
be
The
the
Patriots
quarterback
see the
for a
guy.
They
year
need a quarterback.
until they draft whoever they draft is ready next year because they're not unless they're gonna throw the guy right under the fire, which would be crazy. But they do that now anyway to quarterbacks. If they draft a guy that high, they
They
don't
want
wait.
you right away.
Yeah,
Yeah, but they don't even
wait.
have a veteran. Who's that?
That means they gonna throw him to the wolves.
Who the Patriots?
Yeah,
Nobody.
you got a new coach.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
you
they're
gotta
saying.
get somebody.
They got to get
Well, they
somebody.
got the third pick. All right. If I'm
Yeah,
right.
they
Yeah,
got
so
a
they're gonna
third
get a
pick.
quarterback.
They're gonna
Yeah.
get either Jalen Daniels or Drake May,
That's what
whichever one the Commanders don't pick.
I think Daniel's gonna get hurt.
That's what it's supposed to
To be honest,
Yeah, I mean,
You think he gonna
he's a
get?
big
I think
enough
he
kid.
He's
can-
not. He
he's
can't play.
tall, but he ain't physically.
He
big.
can't play the style that he played in college. He
No.
can't play that in the pros.
Mm-mm.
If he played that style, he will get hurt.
He'll get hurt.
He can't play that same style. But he got a gun too.
He got a gun.
He
He's
got a gun too.
tall, athletic, but
Yeah.
he's physical built.
No, I get you.
He's on the slimmer side.
Yeah.
He's fast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of
But
fast
then-
guys in the NFL.
But then you got to understand too, those guys fill out in their years. You know, you got he's
Yeah.
still growing. He's going to fill out. But I wouldn't play that style of football if I was him. Like when as soon as I come and think you running against some guys.
Yo,
Don't
I
do that.
saw what in the combine. I forgot what defensive lineman, man. I think he was a defense. He did like a 4.94. I was like, oh shit, that big boy
He
running,
was
man.
like almost 400 pounds.
Yeah.
That guy you talking about. Yeah,
That
he's
big
fast.
boy was
seen
running.
that.
I
He's
was
fast.
like, even though it's a straight route,
But still,
But
now
still
imagine
at
that guy
all,
coming
man.
at you and hit you.
man.
With that speed.
Yo, you be at the ground like this, you know, like the comic. Yeah.
It's a tough game, man.
Oh
It's
my
a tough
god.
game.
So what happens is right now, So you see that if you come over here, like
Yeah,
Oh, so okay. We gotta think about the LSU game in South Carolina.
I watched that game from beginning to end,
Mm-hmm.
and from the beginning tap off, that girl Angel Reese was talking crap to that big girl from the beginning of the game,
Mm-hmm.
and they had a big lead in the beginning.
Right.
And then once South Carolina came back and took the lead,
Mm-hmm.
she wasn't saying nothing no more. And then that other girl, I guess, I don't know if that's a trait for them. I don't know. They trying to scare people or whatever
Mm-hmm.
because play the game, humble yourself. You're not like Serge said. How you talking junk and you losing?
Right.
You know, y'all was winning in the beginning.
Right.
You had a big, but you know how games start out in the beginning when teams jump out to a big lead. You know the team's coming
Mhm.
back. The other team is the first quarter.
Especially South Carolina.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know they coming.
Because they had a
back.
big lead on the last game.
Right.
The game
and
before.
they came back.
They
beat
came
them.
back and
Yeah.
beat them.
So you talk. I mean, from the time when I'm looking at her, I'm like, why are you messing? This you did this the first time you played with that girl.
Mhm.
You was messing with her. Why you messing with this girl? And it ain't like you wasn't doing that great
Right.
in the game. The
She
other
wasn't,
plays
yeah.
well. You don't know. I don't like how she shoots. She shoot from here.
Yeah.
She brings it up. She don't shoot from here. She
Mhm.
shoots from here. And the girl's just doing this, punching it. They just blocking it. But you talk. So I guess the other girl felt, I don't know if she was embarrassed. The girl ripped her clean at half court,
Right.
and she grabbed the girl. But then you walk back and you bumped another girl.
Right. Because the other girl
What's
said something
Yeah,
to
so
her. And
you
she-
bumped her, and then girl
That's
came
what's
out
said.
of nowhere. So it's
Yeah.
unfortunate,
Right.
for that to happen. But
how bad was she hurt?
she wasn't hurt.
She wasn't hurt at
hurt.
all.
She
She
wasn't
just,
hurt.
she just
Nobody got hurt.
That's like
Nobody
you
got
don't know.
hurt.
I blindside you, just push you,
Right.
and you fall on
You
the floor.
fall down.
was
She
more
got right
embarrassed.
back up.
Yeah, she was more embarrassed than
And
anything.
went at the
Right.
big girl.
Right.
They had to separate her.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the brother came over
That
the
was
thing
stupid.
and grabbed what's
He got
his name by the
arrested.
waist.
He got arrested.
I
They got
saw
arrested.
that.
That
He
was
got arrested.
stupid.
He was
I
dumb.
ain't-
This
I
is
mean, I
it.
get it. That's your sister.
But this is a control.
just got
This
pushed.
is a control
Right.
play.
It's not like
This
out
ain't
in the
in
park.
street, right?
Right.
Right.
Come
You're
on,
in a
man.
control
No, if
play.
it was in the park, he would have punched that girl in the
Right.
head.
He should
He
have
would
never.
have.
You
Because he
probably
was right
right.
up on top of
You
him.
shoulda
And
never-
the only thing
you
that
shoulda
stopped
never
him was
came
that
out
the
to
cop was
stand.
there.
But this is what I didn't like.
Right.
And I blame the coach.
I
for
know
all
where
of
you're
this.
going. Yeah, I know where you're
Because
going.
they interviewed them both. You heard what Dawn
Mhm.
Staley said,
Right.
and that's how unfortunate that they was a part of it. And she apologized to
Right.
everybody. And the lady Kim Mulkey said, "I wish she hit the little girl. Why she hit the little girl? I bet you she
Right.
wouldn't have did that to Reese. She should have hit. They were mouthing at each other the whole game. Why she didn't go after her?
Reese wasn't there.
Yeah,
She walked
off
over to the
court.
bench and
she
sat down.
She walked over and said,
Walked
But
right
my
over to
thing-
the bench. When they all was going, she
"But my
walked right
thing is,
over.
you're promoting fighting,
Right.
and you're a coach,
Right.
and that's what you're promoting,
Mhm.
fighting.
That's probably why they talk so much.
That's why they do. It's her. It's
Mhm.
because of her.
Mhm.
I think so.
You usually you follow your coach's lead.
I think
If you're a fiery type of coach, you're
Right.
gonna
She
get
was
through
like that when she was a player.
that. I don't remember that far back, but
She was fiery when she was a
Yeah.
player. She was a point guard. She was rough and tough. She
Okay.
didn't take no shit from
Okay.
Oh, excuse me. She didn't take nothing for nobody. So
But
Let's
you
just
can't.
follow
You
into a
promote
coach's
that on
style.
TV like you.
right, you can't say that on TV.
Yeah, you sitting behind the mic, and that's what you saying.
Nah.
Like, why didn't she go? I would have loved for her to go after her and seen that.
Mhm.
Like, you're promoting fighting in a sport.
Nah, you
Like,
can't.
real-
You
you-
can't say it.
You see what happens. You got family members running out these seats, running onto the court. That's what you want to see. Turn this into a street game, you know? I'm like,
Yeah.
sports is out of control. I don't know if you seen that ref. You seen that ref
No.
back up all the way to half court?
I saw
Yeah.
it.
So you see
Yeah,
her
she
get-
ran.
I
She
saw it.
said,
she
I'm
ran.
not getting in that. Let
Right,
them do
she
what they
ran.
got to do. She got out of that.
I couldn't
That's
believe that she
yeah,
ran.
she got out of
You're
there
supposed to
real
be right
quick.
in the middle of that
Yeah.
trying to separate play. She ran.
She got
like,
out of
oh
there
my
real
God.
quick.
Real
I
quick.
seen her back all the way up.
She sure did.
She said, I'm not messing with that.
She sure did.
I'm not messing with that.
I was like, wow.
Yeah. You know, so it's just unfortunate, man.
It is crazy, man. But I don't know, man. It's something, man. You know but like you said, they followed pretty much how their coach.
But then, you know, I got to look at it, and you got to blame the refs too, because they on the court. They hearing that.
Right.
I'm giving you both texts.
Yeah.
Right
Or give
away.
them a
First time.
warning.
First, you get a warning.
Right. You talk to
The first time I warn you both. The second
Yeah.
time I give you text.
Right.
You do it again, you're out the game.
You're out
both
the
of you.
game.
You know what I'm saying? We not gonna do this.
Because either you go to the captains or you can, or the head
coaches,
coach
let them know.
and say, "Listen, I'm
That's
tired
right.
of this chipping back and
Because
forth."
they was going back
Oh,
every time
right.
up and down court. And what's this thing? You score a basket, you standing over, you posing over
Right.
people.
You know somebody's going to say something
Yeah, the
afterward.
girls is doing. I'm like, when did the girls start doing that?
Mm-hmm.
They emulating the boys.
The
Right.
boys, right.
I'm like, what the
Exactly.
game?
They
Something like
emulating the
that.
pros. The pros do it
All the time.
all
Like,
the
you score a
time.
basket,
Every little time.
All the time.
Now
Right.
you posing
If you
and
dunk on a
saying
guy,
stuff.
And
And-
pose, right?
and
And
that
then you
thing-
give him the deaf face.
Right,
And
yeah.
that thing when you too little or something.
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
See,
too
this-
little.
I'm like,
You got little guys telling big guys they too little. So I mean, it's just
Yeah,
just it,
I like
yeah.
that word. That's a good word, sir.
that's what they.
yo,
I mean, you can look at it, and they got that look on their face like,
if I'm a ref, everybody getting tagged.
Get tagged.
I'm getting
Because
yo,
you gotta
I'm giving everybody tagged.
establish it right
Yo,
right
you're
from
not
the
doing
get
it in
go.
my game. You're
Right.
not doing it in my game.
Ever since Scottie Pippen stepped on Patrick, that's when it started.
Patrick should have punched him in the leg or punched him between the legs, man. That's what he should have did. But
And then he did on Karl Malone.
I was
I just seen it
He
2
didn't-
days ago.
He didn't. I know one person he didn't do it to.
Kenya Martin.
And my man, what was on board that played with the Knicks? They used to play with
Andrew
Seattle.
Mason?
The X-Man.
X-Man. Oh yeah, he didn't do it to
He
him.
didn't.
either.
He was
He
scared to
didn't do it to
death.
him.
He was scared to death for X-Man. Scared to death.
Yeah.
"Are you
got
betting
paid.
on the games?" and
That's a tech. That's gonna be a tech.
yeah,
Yeah, that's a tech. Yeah,
But-
you
but
go.
He
the
got
thing
fined 100 grand.
yeah, he got. But the thing is, he
He didn't get a tech for that,
he
right?
didn't get tech by the one he was doing it to.
Oh,
Another
somebody else
ref
saw it.
saw it
Right,
and teched him up for it, because the guy who he was doing it to didn't even pay no mind.
right,
But the other ref was the one that tech
right.
got him, and like he said, he knows he's gonna look like the bad guy.
Right.
But with this betting, it's changing the sport,
It is.
and it is.
It
and I
is.
know it is. You
It
can't
is.
tell me that there's not. I mean, 20 years ago, you could say, "Oh yeah, it don't matter. The refs is cool." But then Tim Donahue came around,
Right,
Right.
and he was fixing
He was
games.
fixing
He
games.
was fixing point spreads.
right.
And you gotta tell me that with all that money that's floating out here, some of these refs ain't getting a little thing in the air saying,
Of course
"Look,
they are.
It ain't just
Keep
him.
it under
wasn't just
five.
him. You
No,
know,
it,
it wasn't just him.
ain't.
They dictating the game.
If he was doing it, other people were doing it too. It wasn't just him.
Wasn't there another ref that
That's
had
what I'm saying. There was
had a second account? He had a separate account.
yeah."
I forgot his name.
He just happened this year, I
Yeah,
think.
he had a separate account and he was talking
they-
about the game.
Oh, that people were sending money to his account.
No, about
He's got
about
account to bet.
no to
No,
plays.
to-
Right.
About was it
No, he was talking junk about
Right,
players or
right.
something.
But
it
on a
was under
separate
like
account,
fake,
nobody knew it
like
was
a
a fake.
dummy account.
Right.
No,
That's
he's a
what it
ref.
was.
You're not supposed to be talking junk about players
Right.
because then people gonna think, oh, he don't like this guy.
Right.
So
He
when he call him
favoring
for a foul,
certain- right.
right.
And
It was-
caught it.
They caught him. Yeah,
They caught up.
him.
It was a dummy
All right,
account.
John Green, we back. We are back.
Yeah, they caught him.
Like the way Durant has one. Like, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
But Durant don't talk
Yeah, he
about players. He talk about
to
everything
the fans and
else.
stuff.
Right.
The fans gonna start saying
Right.
them. He go back and forth with them or whatnot.
But with the rest,
It
you
is.
can't be talking about players.
No.
You just can't do that because
Look.
God forbid there's a game and it's a tight situation.
right.
And you call a foul on the same guy you was talking junk about,
Mhm.
everybody in America is gonna say,
See
"Oh,
how
he don't like the guy. He did it on purpose. It wasn't a foul. They should get rid of him and whatever."
What's the guy that Chris Paul got the beef with?
That's that same ref, ain't it?
Scott Foster? Is
Yeah.
it Scott Foster?
Yeah.
Okay.
Same ref.
Yeah.
Same ref. I got a
Click
I don't know if my man is on there.
Mhm.
My man John Green. I gotta
From him?
bow down to him. I think that's the proper word. I gotta bow down to him after what I said last week
Oh, okay.
about Tatum
Right.
MVP and all that in Boston. Changed my mind this week.
You going to him?
Huh?
Oh, you
No,
going to
going
him?
away from
Oh, you
him.
going away
Going
from
away
him?
from him.
Oh, okay.
After what I seen it
After some big games, he sometimes he just
2 in a
don't,
row.
he don't check in, man.
Nah,
I
2
be
in a
like,
row,
yo, what
fourth
are you
quarter.
doing?
It's like Brown is showing up.
Brown
Before
showed
Brown
up.
used to
Right,
turn
Brown
the
used
ball,
to
he's
turn.
turnover machine, and
I still
you
think
know,
he can't go
he's-
left though.
yeah, but
Yeah.
he's improving
Yeah.
and he's showing up. Tatum ain't showing up.
No.
No, he showed up against Phoenix the other day.
Yeah, well, Phoenix was missing Booker.
Yeah, but I mean, he showed up.
He did
finally
play well.
Played well in the
He did
fourth
play
quarter
well.
after the two
Right.
bad games against
Yeah,
Denver. And
he
the
did
Lakers.
play well that game.
Oh,
He
well, I
didn't
think
show
it
up
was
against
Denver and the
Denver at
Lakers.
all. And yeah,
He didn't show
Wow.
up at all.
and you the one that put it out there.
Right.
Talk about you the face of the
I'm the
league.
face of the league.
I'm the guy now.
Right.
You know, all right, if you're gonna say that,
You got.
I want to see
Right.
it.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Keep your
I'm
mouth
like-
quiet and just play,
Right.
man.
I'm watching the game and I'm like, if I had my man his number, I'd have called him firsthand, yo. You got it. You said Denver gonna beat him. I think you're right.
Let me
You know what I'm saying?
let me say this. I think other teams may have more talent than Denver, but I think Denver's the best team.
I agree with
That's the way I look at it. at
They
least,
play
you
so
know.
well together.
They do.
They
And-
play
and
off each other so well.
I don't know about better talent because they got talent.
What do you think?
I mean, Jamal Murray.
No, Denver.
Oh yeah,
why he's not an all-star, I
Never.
don't know because
The
he
league
should
is
be an
drunk.
all-star.
The league
Jokic is definitely top 3 in the league.
right.
he's MVP. You
Gordon
gotta
and
give him
Porter,
MVP.
Any given night, one of them's gonna give you 20 and the other one's gonna give you like 15.
Yeah, but they all fit in
Yeah, they
for
fit
the
in.
team. They fit in
And what's-
well. They
And
all
what's
fit
helping
in.
them now is that kid Watson's coming around.
Right.
Yo,
He
where did that
becoming-
guy come from, man?
He's becoming what Bruce Brown was for them
Right.
last year.
Mm,
Yeah,
He played defense. He
Mhm.
fit in. He got his little shots when he can.
right.
He's not scared.
knocking
You
them
could
down,
tell,
too.
Yeah, you can
get you
tell that he's
rebounds,
finally-
blocks. He do all that
Mhm.
stuff.
He's finally adjusting to the NBA game.
Yeah.
Because last year he was lost,
Mm.
but now he's right there.
I don't even remember him on the team last year. I think I put in the
He
chat.
hardly played.
Yo, who's this guy? Where he come from?
That's the guy in the commercial. Where,
Yeah,
where
yeah.
with Jokic.
Okay, right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm like, where
Yeah.
this guy come
a
from?
rookie.
He's playing very
This-
well.
This is second year.
Right.
So,
But he was a McDonald's All-American, and he was at UCLA for 1 year. And they knew he was one and done. He didn't. When he was there, he wasn't like he was a superstar, but you could see that he
Yeah, some talent.
played defense.
Right.
He liked to play defense, and that's gonna get you in the league
Oh,
Oh,
you
yeah.
got that.
if you
man.
could play and play
Right.
it well, and he can.
yeah.
You ever notice?
That's why the
That
kid
guy's-
Thibault is still in the league because
Right.
he can't score worth a
He
damn,
can't
but
score
he'll
worth a
lock
damn.
you
He
down.
used
Right.
to good shoot, but I don't know what happened to his
Yeah.
shot. But he played good D.
Yeah, he definitely.
But he
That,
lost
that keeps
his
them in
shot.
the league. You ever notice that guys that come in the league that were known for their defense and their offense got a lot better as they went along, and now they don't play as much D. They still could play some D, but they play it in spurts, and because they know offense pays bills.
Mm.
Offense will pay the bills or whatnot. Like Kawhi, when he came in the league, he was
More of a
mostly for his
defender.
defense.
Yeah, more
His
of a
offense
defender.
got a lot better.
Yeah.
Paul George was the same way. These guys, they play it on occasions. You like,
But see, that's the beauty of it. At least you know that they can play.
they
on
can play it
occasion.
on right,
And when the moment called for it,
right.
Kawhi will get you a steal. He'll get you a block.
Without a doubt.
He'll do what he
Mhm.
got
Paul
to do.
George too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
These guys, you could count on them to
Yeah.
do that. Whereas other
Well,
guys
dang,
who they on the court Cam Thomas for one,
Mhm.
swinging gate. Everybody in
Right.
America go by him.
Calm down.
Cam
Calm down. I don't want to go back to that shit.
You gonna tell me that
you
he
can
got
have that
some-
seat all you
Ain't
want?
nobody
You
Listen.
said.
swinging gate and you look dead at me.
Because you're a Net fan.
Because you're a Net fan
They
like
like
me.
him. That's why.
We both Net
Yeah,
fans.
he tell the
I'm
truth
just
about
trying to
his
tell
team.
you the truth.
He said swing.
Yeah, he did get
gate.
busy. I didn't say nothing about him.
Busy the night before.
I didn't say nothing about him getting buckets.
He's decent on defense. He's playing decent. He not.
He can't hold
He
nobody.
not
Get
upper
out. He
echelon.
can't hold
He
nobody.
can't
He's
even-
not even lower echelon, brother. Come
Yo,
on.
he can't even
Yo,
guard
yo,
you,
yo,
man. Come on.
yo,
He
yo,
can't
you
even
know
guard
what?
you. He
I'm not.
said-
I'm not even gonna go with Silk or Slick. I'm gonna go with Mungo. When you make remarks like that, I go with Mungo because you lost it. You lost it, brother. I'm sorry. The guy doesn't play defense.
Just call him G. Just call him G.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Like
start
we all
calling
said-
him.
Like we all said, they gotta work their way to where they gotta get better.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? This ain't this
That guy's never going to be a
No,
defender.
you know what? He's
He's
not.
never going to
He's
be
not.
a
But
defender.
you know what's gonna? I
Listen.
give it to you. He's gonna get buckets. I love that about him. He
Yo,
get
he
buckets,
can get buckets.
but he ain't
I'm
gonna
not
stop
saying that
you.
He's gonna be the all defensive stopper, but this guy, he's getting certain things. You know what I'm saying? And Ali's figuring it out right now.
No, I like
Ali,
Ali.
Ali ain't got much time to figure it out.
No, but you know what?
They ain't go big.
No, they're not gonna keep him.
They not
They're not
keeping
gonna
him.
keep him.
Let him do
But he
his
could.
thing.
But he could probably work himself into another
Yeah.
Okay.
head coaching job somewhere else.
He's building his resume
Right. Yeah, he could do that. But they're not gonna keep him because the Nets don't have no choice. They got to go out there and get a big time
Right.
name.
Big
You know, what you were saying earlier, going back to the, you come into the league as a defender.
Right.
What's made a career out of that? Like Pat Beverly.
Pat Beverly, yeah.
He
Yeah.
no scorer.
Right.
He
No.
I mean, he every now and then he knocked down a couple of threes.
Yeah, you got to. You
Yeah,
got to
layup, but-
keep it honest.
That's what kept him in the league, being a defender.
Not for nothing. That's what keeps Holiday in the league
Right.
because he's not really. I mean, he'll knock down a shot, but honestly,
This
his
is his
thing
thing.
is
We talking about
Right.
Drew or the other brothers?
The oldest one.
Oh, okay.
The other brothers? the other brothers in the league.
he's
I
in,
know he's in Denver.
he's in Denver.
But
He had
does
a
he
good
play?
game against the Lakers.
The other
Really?
one's on the Pelicans.
He had a good game. Right. The other one's
There's
yeah.
three of them
He had a
in
good
there.
I know
game
it's
against the
three of them,
Lakers.
but there's only one of them who, when you say
Okay.
defense, you
Right.
can talk about.
Yeah.
No,
The other two
I
don't play
give you
good.
another
Right.
name who was a good defensive player when he first came in. Tracy McGrady.
Yeah, he was a good defender.
Now they all knew he had
Yeah,
some
but they knew
offensive
right.
skills,
They knew he
but
was
he
gonna
was
be
for him to get on the floor, he was a
Right.
defensive guy because
Yeah.
he wasn't getting that much
Right.
run like that in
No,
Toronto.
they knew he was gonna get his
yeah,
for sure.
but they knew he had skills and stuff.
Oh yeah, you can see he has
Yeah.
skills.
It's funny.
But yeah, he came in with defensive tendencies.
All right, it's time for that.
Trivia time.
It's trivia time. I got some goodies too. Huh?
Let's
Okay.
go. Let's go.
All right, the last 5 MVPs were non-American. Who was the last American MVP in the NBA?
6
Curry.
years ago.
Nope.
6 years ago.
Westbrook.
Nope.
Harden.
I didn't say younger man.
Got to be harder.
It was Harden.
Got to be
It was
harder.
Harden.
See right there.
Okay, here's another.
And that
one.
was his last good year.
Yeah.
Because after that, he started getting traded to everybody.
Came to us
I'm-
and had a triple
I'm-
double.
I don't.
And don't get me wrong.
Triple
He,
double the first
yeah,
night.
I
know,
am
know,
the
but then-
system.
But now, I'm gonna give him credit. He's playing much better now than I thought he was gonna play with
Clippers.
Kawhi and
Mm.
Paul George. He fit in.
What I like what he does,
So-
he knows who he's playing with, and
Right.
he does pass the ball.
Like,
Right.
he
Before-
always
right.
could pass.
Before, when he was the younger, he always could, but he wasn't passing it.
No,
back
he was,
and
Yeah,
he
forth.
was
I know.
taking the shot.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
he's shown us in the last few years that he can pass the ball.
yeah, no, he can.
Right. Oh, yeah.
And he blended in, like you
took it
said.
right.
He understands now. He doesn't have to score 30
No.
points. He could let Kawhi and
For
Paul
him,
George
to,
go crazy.
right, for him to want to stay in this league,
Yeah,
for-
he had
for-
to.
He better change.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
But,
Here we go. Another question. Name 5 American centers in the league right now.
5
Centers, not
American
Centers.
Okay, you want
Brooke Lopez,
Okay.
Anthony Davis.
Nick Claxton.
Nick Claxton.
Jared.
Yeah, Anthony Davis.
Jared. Again, he said Jared.
Yeah, Jared Allen.
Jared Allen.
The guy on the Knicks.
Mitchell Robinson.
Mitchell
Mitchell
Robinson.
Robinson's
Bam Adebayo.
You said five.
Bam Adebayo wasn't born
and
yet.
I know you think he's a foreigner, but he's an American now. Joel Embiid.
Yes, he is.
You said
He's.
five?
I just found.
We just got six. We might be able to find another one if we include
Is
Zion.
there one missing on there? Can we say all
Is
the
Zion the
ones
center for the
There's another one.
Pelicans?
Well, I had other ones, but
Is Zion the
No,
center
they
for
got
the
a big guy.
Pelicans?
They
No.
got that big guy.
they got the big guy from Europe.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I
European. They
keep
got that
forgetting
big
about
guy.
All right, guy on Indiana, Miles Turner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Turner.
Turner. Now I'm gonna give you one, and y'all gonna be shocked. I'll give you one. Y'all be shocked about this one.
We're gonna be shot.
What? He's American?
Yes,
Oh.
Hartenstein.
Hartenstein from Germany.
No,
Yes, he is.
no. He's born someplace else. He's born here.
He's German.
So he's German, but he's born here. How about that?
He was born here.
That's what they said, Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh,
Okay.
Come up.
All right.
Yeah, look it
you
up.
know what?
Okay. That's not who I was talking
No,
about.
I'm waiting.
Harrison.
I'm waiting for you to say.
You right?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Sabonis.
A word?
He was born in
but
U.S.
his father
territory.
was-
Oh yeah, his
Well,
father
his
was
father
right.
was
Oh,
a son, but he was
born
born
there.
He
here.
was
I got
born
you. I
here.
can
He
see
was
that.
born
I
here.
can see that.
Okay, I forgot about that.
See
Come
that.
on.
Killing the league right now.
Yeah,
too.
he is too.
Killing
He's
the
like
league.
quiet as it is.
Killing
He's
the
killing
league.
them.
MVP.
Double. I think
He
he's
should-
leading. He's
he
leading
leads
in
the league in
double
doubles, yeah.
doubles. Yeah.
Yeah,
Might
but
be leading triple
But the
doubles
team,
too.
the team is so bad that
Okay.
he's not gonna get that kind of consideration.
No, you won't. Okay.
That's the problem.
All right. NFL
Still not
teams
getting no phone lines again?
with the most regular season wins all
I didn't hear you
time.
say that again.
NFL teams with the most regular season wins all time.
That's kind of,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Okay. Who's number one then?
I don't know who's number one, but you go by the.
I hate to say this thing.
The longest,
it's,
right?
Right, Ben the T's the longest.
Cleveland Browns.
No.
They're not in the top
Like
five.
Chicago Bears.
I know.
Bears is one.
I know the Cowboys.
Cowboys is no.
No.
Came out in the 60s.
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh is number 4.
Yeah.
Then Green Bay got to be in there.
I got
Green
look
Bay's
at you 'cause
number
that's
one.
the first
Yeah,
thing
I
you
know
should have
Green
said.
Bay.
Green Bay's
Bay.
number 1.
Yeah, great.
What
about the
That's
Giants?
The oldest team.
Giants is number 3.
Right.
I
And
knew
there's
Green
one
Bay
more.
got
You're
it.
not going to get the fifth.
Detroit
one.
Lions.
No, there's 6. But
Kansas
you're not-
City.
No.
No,
It's
it's
a
got to be an
Green Bay
old
Packers.
team.
I said Green Bay. They won.
It's a team that been
Green Bay's
switching
won. I
around.
said them.
It's a team that been in the league.
Well,
a long
John
time.
No,
Green
but what I'm
shooting.
saying is they still in the same.
Yeah,
town?
still in the same town.
Yeah, who the fuck is that?
I'll give you a hint. They changed their name.
See Anthony Gray's comments?
Yeah.
They changed their name.
You said Green Bay.
You said
talking about the
Bears,
Ravens?
Packers, Giants.
No,
No.
that's the Cleveland Browns.
Right,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. They changed their name.
But you said
No, they're still in the same city where they've been, but they changed their name. That should be easy.
Commanders. Washington.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Washington Redskins is number 5.
Oh.
Detroit is number 6.
When they start them stats,
I mean, yo.
1910s.
Nah, they started NFL in like the 30s, right? 28.
Right. It was the championship game. It was a what did they call it? It wasn't a
think it
Super
was like
Bowl.
16.
It was the NFL championship.
Right.
Yeah, but when you think of the Commanders, you actually think of them being an all-time great team.
They were good
They
back in the
haven't-
day. The my Redskins was good.
Yeah, they were good.
back in
man.
the days.
It was always a tough team.
Yeah,
Man.
those
It was
Redskin
always-
Cowboy games
Yeah.
were great games
Oh man.
back in the
Once
day.
again, we're going back 40 years.
Yeah.
Right, but see, they got the cushion.
I'm quite a, that was my second team,
Right.
the Redskins.
You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
The Steelers
'Cause
was
when I-
terrible until the 70s.
And the only reason why I like the
you're right.
Redskins, I picked them because when I played football, we had the same colors they had. So I like
Okay.
that was my second team, the Redskins. And they turned out to be pretty good.
Yeah.
They won 3 Super Bowls with 3 different quarterbacks.
Yes, they did.
You know?
I think the Steelers had 5 winning seasons in them 40 years,
Wow.
or something like that, and that's including when they was the Steagles. They put Philly and
Rooney was the owner back then.
Yeah, Rooney is the original.
Oh, he just passed on
Yeah.
to the family. Okay.
Yeah, he's original.
Okay, here's another one. 5 NBA teams have played in the championship, but never won. Name them.
The Nets.
That's a one.
Yo, don't do that.
It wasn't nothing
Don't do
intentional.
that.
Well, could you get him?
Indiana.
Could you get him a W?
Indiana.
Yes, the Pacers are
I had to
one.
mute you. The Pacers are 2.
Pacers is one of them. It's 5 teams.
So that you said one, the Nets. and
Well, I
then
just
said-
well, yeah,
No,
I
but
said they won. of them.
they never won. There's not an order to
It's
them.
not
It's
an
just
order.
I know, but you just.
I said they
I'm
won
saying,
of them.
but
That's-
like as you count them off, I'm thinking you said the Nets is one.
no.
Then the next one,
No.
okay, that's 2. No numerical order.
Right.
I'm just
No,
thinking
no.
that's 2. So
Right.
we down to 3 left.
Right.
Instead of
I didn't
oh,
say it
that's
was in
one,
order.
That's one. No order.
Right.
We just trying to
Oh,
figure
okay.
it out.
All right, then we had to
OKC.
No.
Because they won in Seattle.
agree.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Teams
But
that
then-
got
That's
to
what I said.
number one, regardless of their franchise moves, has changed.
Okay.
So Clippers,
Who?
Clippers,
Clippers ain't never been to
Utah.
all
Utah. Jazz is one.
Clippers never
And
been.
the Timberwolves,
They never
as
been.
John Green added, he said the Nets, Pacers, Clippers, Jazz, and the Timberwolves.
Timberwolves went to the
Timberwolves
championship win.
Yeah, they
that's
never
what I'm
been to
talking
the
about. Where did
championship.
Timberwolves go?
But
They never been to
They
the
wasn't no other
Wait,
team.
repeat the question. On
5 NBA teams have played in the championship but never won.
T-Wolves never been to the championship.
No, they haven't.
Right. So they,
And they was a new team coming in when they came
Yeah,
into
there
the
was an
league.
expansion.
Expansion
Exactly.
team. There's 2 more.
There's 2 more.
2 more. You only named 3.
Orlando.
Orlando's 1.
Right.
And there's 1 more.
Played Houston, my
So again, like if you was counted off, that's the 4th. And then we looking for one more.
Right.
And you like, that's 1. And then we
Clippers
looking
was in the
for-
championship?
No.
No.
I didn't think so. He put the
No.
Clippers too.
And-
I'm
but the
surprised.
Clippers
John
was
Green's
Who was the
wrong
Clippers
twice.
before? The Clippers was an expansion team?
Buffalo,
Buffalo Braves.
Buffalo Braves. They ain't never win.
the Suns.
There you go. That's the last one.
John Green said that.
Right.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Well, again, he's thinking like us. I'm not defending him. Not
I ain't
defending
say you gotta defend him.
That's one.
Right.
That's one. I'm like, all right.
Well, it was 5 teams.
I
I
know,
didn't say it was
but,
no
you
one.
know, So I would have been like, okay,
Right.
that's the second one. You got 2 more, 3 more.
Oh,
Yo.
okay.
You kept saying 1. We're still trying to find another one.
Okay.
The Suns.
All right. Last
John
question.
Green said.
NFL quarterback that has the most interceptions and the most fumbles ever.
At the same time, I mean, the one quarterback is one
This
quarterback.
is a quarterback who's on the top of the list for interceptions.
He's not playing no more.
No, and fumbles.
Joe Montana.
I'm
Nope.
going to say Brett Favre.
That's what I was gonna say.
There you go.
That's what I was gonna say.
Very
You
good.
got it
Very
right.
good, both of y'all.
You got it. That's what I was
He's a
gonna say.
gunslinger. He used to just-
Yeah, he
Yeah,
just
very-
throw it. He used to throw it like this.
Yeah.
Let me see if my guy get it.
Throwing in traffic.
He didn't care.
He's
I-
fair.
Yeah, he didn't care.
I'll try to
The
The window be that
Yeah,
small.
he's
I
like,
can
I
get
can
it in there.
Yo, he ain't care.
John Green said it too.
He ain't care.
John on top of his stuff. Huh?
On top of it.
Very good, man. Very good.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, very good.
That was cool. That was
I think you got somebody watching, Kurt.
Who?
A family member, Keisha.
all right.
Keisha Valet.
Keisha?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, what's up, cuz? Keisha's a
I tell
teacher.
you,
Shout out to
this
all
is-
the teachers and
I
stuff
got,
that
I
have
got
to deal
a
with
pet
these
peeve.
kids.
I got a pet peeve I want to go to. You watch these games,
Mhm.
these referees make a call. You go to the table, they call timeout to go to the table to check it, right?
Mhm.
And you can see when you go to the when they view it that the call was wrong,
Right.
and they don't change it. Yo, what is that? That's what I want to know. Like, what is that? And you can see it. Matter of fact, if you was watching the game yesterday with the girls' game,
Right.
that girl was behind the 3-point line when
Yes,
she
she
made
was.
that shot.
Right.
Everybody, the announcers,
Right.
everybody said
Everybody said it.
they
Yeah.
call timeout and go view it
And go view
and
it.
still say no, it's a 2-pointer. What are you looking at?
I didn't. I couldn't.
What are you looking
I was
at?
scratching my head.
You
I
can
ain't-
see the
I ain't got
space
no hair. Shit,
Between
man.
the line and her feet, you can see the space.
You can see that. Yeah.
Yo, so
I
what's
couldn't understand that.
my
man.
thing is, what's the sense of you going to the video
If you're not going to change the
and
call.
you're not going to change the
You know
call?
what's so funny?
I
That might kind of tie in with what y'all was talking about with the sports betting.
They might.
Probably.
They might.
You right.
Because I be like, yo, how they don't change it? You can see
In high
it.
school and college
Mhm.
games, depending on where they're playing, it's in their contract. You can't reverse the call.
What?
They don't have.
I
They don't
know.
have video.
Facebook user, identify yourself.
They don't have
What about
video.
that
Too much
high
for
school
college.
game?
Oh, high school game.
They don't have video on high
Oh,
school
you
games.
did you see that play?
Yeah, when the guy made the shot.
Right.
The thing about that, which was crazy, because the guy called it good at first.
Right.
Then they huddled together.
Right. And then they
And
right.
then they
the other
said
two.
no,
Yeah. The other two
But
refs
then
came
when they
together.
watched it on the video, it was good. So you called it good. You had the right call in the beginning.
Yeah,
Why are you going to huddle up for and change the call?
I think 2 of them other refs probably said no. Because-
see, now you're going to think every
Yeah,
time
but
they
right.
do that.
But
Exactly.
then,
Money on the game.
but then right after the game, they admitted that they was wrong.
Yeah,
Right.
but you
But that
can't
was after
change
they
it.
got paid for the.
Because that's
bet.
you saw
Yeah.
the guy. You saw one of the referees. The one you saw, but the referee said it
He
was
said
good.
it was
Yeah,
good.
You said it was good.
It was good.
And
It
then-
was good.
And it turned out to be. Then they huddled up and said no good.
Right.
You can't go to the videos. High school, you can't go to the videotape.
That's crazy, though.
But if the guy calls it at the time good, why you got to huddle up for? If he
Right.
made the call
So
of it.
John Green said, "What about the high school game in Jersey?"
That's the one we talking
That's the
about.
one we talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one we talking
Yeah.
about. Yeah, that's crazy. That
That's
was
bad.
crazy.
So you take the playoff win for that team. You say is you can't change the call.
Right.
Then you're gonna come back and say it was good when you called it good at first and then huddled up and changed it.
Right.
Those poor kids got to feel like crap, man.
Well, it's the same thing like with the NBA when they come out with the report afterwards.
Yeah,
I
Like
can't
you made a
stand
mistake.
that.
That's
What
nonsense.
good is that doing me?
Right, that's nonsense.
It's not doing me no good.
Right.
You're not
And
changing the
when-
call.
But you
Right.
know what happened in football?
I think it do affect the bets.
That's the Des Bryant situation.
Because even with the Knicks game against Houston,
Right.
when they said it was a bad call
Right.
and they protest and they upheld it, they said no, we can't change it. What
Right.
you can't change it for?
And they
So
said
what- so
they
what's the
said
sense
it
of
wasn't. It shouldn't have been called.
Right.
And then the Knicks protested anyway. And then they said, "Well, we can't."
And
You
you
know,
lose
and
the
you
protest.
right. I don't
And
understand
you
that.
lose- So
They won the protest, but they said they're not reversing the game. They keeping
so
it.
you
And you
lost. You really
But
lost.
you read right. So why are you allowed to protest a game for if you're not going to change the outcome?
Right.
That's what I'm
Now-
saying.
now
You know,
they- now
Because the
they-
score was tied before that shot.
it should have went. Yeah, it would have
Before
went
the
in
shot.
overtime.
Before
Yeah, it would have went in
It would have
overtime.
went in
It
overtime.
would have went in
I
overtime.
thought-
No,
No,
the Knicks-
he got free throws.
Yeah.
I thought he hit 2 feet though.
And
Yes,
To
then
win the
score was
game.
tied.
it was tied before they called that foul. It would have went in overtime.
Okay.
Now the Knicks lose.
Well,
now
they
the
should have
Knicks-
played the overtime.
Now
Yes.
the Knicks
Yes.
don't go in the playoffs by one game. You gotta go back and look back.
Sure you can.
Happens. Remember when we was playing
Beating y'all.
no, we Steelers was playing the Patriots and the tight end hit the tight end with
Oh yeah. Right.
And then they called it
I remember that.
fumble or
A
whatever.
fumble. Right.
And then in the
It was Brady.
right.
Right.
It's about the tuck rule.
Right.
No,
Not
wasn't
that?
Brady. It was when the Pittsburgh. It was our guy
Against Cincinnati
against
or the
Brady.
Browns.
He broke the plane. That's supposed to be a touchdown. Nobody touched him. As he hit the ground, he
Right.
lost the football.
Oh, okay.
Remember that?
I remember that.
They called it an incomplete. They called it
So
an
watch your
incomplete
foot.
pass
Watch your legs. Yeah.
or fumble incomplete pass.
Right. I remember that.
And then in the summertime, they apologized. They made a mistake.
He said the summertime.
How did that happen?
How long it took?
Hold on.
How long did- how
How
did-
long it
Yeah,
took?
hold on. How did he get
Until the
from
season
the football
was
game
over.
to the summertime?
No,
What?
they wait till the season's
Oh,
over.
I'm crying. He said the
How did
summertime.
how did that help your team?
Yeah, I'm crying
How
right
did that
there.
help your team?
We would have been home for the advantage throughout the playoffs. We lost
Shit.
that game.
How did it help your
It
team?
didn't help us.
Okay.
We lost the game. It helped Brady in them.
Well, they always gonna.
They
have
always
them.
help Brady.
How about-
Every
how
call
about-
helped Brady
how
out.
about-
Hey,
let's go back
Brady,
to the
too.
Des Bryant when Romo hit Des Bryant and they.
I remember that.
Yeah, that was bad.
That was messed up too.
Yeah, that was messed up.
Well, what was it? The same thing happened to Megatron.
Right.
He started. That's when
Right.
it started. The same thing happened to him.
Exactly.
Nah,
What's the dumbest play you ever seen in football?
dumbest.
The
man.
dumbest play. I mean,
That's
it's been
easy.
some.
Come on now.
I want to hear what you say.
Just Hail Mary at halftime. They got run back for a touchdown.
Damn sure it was.
What's dumber than that?
The puck fumble. I don't know.
The Jets have had some
They got
goodies.
two of those, yeah.
The Jets have had some goodies.
Yeah,
man.
that's crazy, yo. That was crazy. Yeah,
The Jets have had some goodies.
That's the
man.
worst one.
But
That's the
honestly,
worst one.
Think about it. You
That's
throw a Hail Mary at halftime and get it run
1
back
second left.
against you. Right.
1 second
Is
left.
anything stupider than that?
Yeah, that was horrible. That was horrible.
Yeah.
Come on,
1
Deion.
second left on the clock.
What was you
They
gonna
said
say,
that.
Coach? What's the dumbest play you
that
ever
was-
seen after that one?
That was that Miami game and the
The
Jets
handoff, right?
on a Friday, on
Right.
Black Friday.
I remember that game.
Oh yeah, that could be up there too, though. That giant fumble on
Yeah.
it when they should have took the knee.
Herm Edwards ran and then he
Yeah.
should
I
have
was-
kneeled down.
That's dumb.
Yeah, that was too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's dumb. Too.
What's the guy, the Cowboys, that lineman, defensive lineman that got the
Leon
Let.
And he was
Dumb
right
ball.
up. Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Yeah,
And he
let the
fumbled
ball
it
like
right
that.
before he got to the goal
Yeah,
line.
he
right?
didn't score. They knocked it out of his hand.
What was that, Don Beebe or somebody?
Yeah, for the
Somebody
ran
ran-
down.
Yeah.
Don Beebe.
Yeah.
Ran him down. Never give up on the play.
Yeah, that's crazy,
shout,
man.
shout out to our boy Anthony Green. No Niners Nation in here.
Yeah.
We ain't responding to that.
Yo,
Not to that.
Fanatics got something on you online, man.
Yeah. Did you pick up your hat yet?
he ain't picked up nothing.
Hold on, I think there's a red hat on the floor over there. Was that his hat? I see a red hat on the floor.
he ain't picking up nothing. And shit.
Giants onside kick against the Raiders, and the Raiders scored a touchdown. That might have been one of that.
Oh, my
John
God.
Green added that.
Yeah, that's a bad one too. If you do
That-
that, the
that
guy
is
get it
true.
and
I
run
think
it
you was
back.
gonna say something about the Jets.
No, but seriously,
Oh,
no, that was
have you-
horrible.
everybody
I
who
did-
was watching that game at the moment it happened
I think I turned it off. I
must
said,
have
that's
said to
that
themselves,
was it
"That's
for
the
me.
dumbest thing I've
So-
ever seen in my life."
So that's a good point. You turned it off. Did you feel like leaving them at that point in time?
Every year I feel like leaving them.
What about you, sir? Where was it?
If y'all know what I go through at
what is
home
your
with my
level of
family with
frustration
them
with that?
Jets.
I mean, what can you say? You, like I said, that I just witnessed the dumbest thing I think I've ever seen in my entire life, and I've seen some dumb ass. I've seen some dumb stuff in my life, but this is ridiculous. You throw a Hail Mary, and the guy runs it back 100 yards on you
That's
with
incredible.
1 second to go
That's
in the
1
half.
second ago. That's incredible.
You was gonna lose
Only
that
the
game
Jets.
anyway.
Only the
But
Jets.
that,
bro.
Ray, who
Only
else
the
does
Jets.
that?
Only the Jets.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I think I was sick after I turned on that. I was done.
Everybody,
But that
everybody,
goes to
yeah.
show how loyal we are as Jet
I know,
fans
we still
because
fans.
we still fans
You
after
still
they
right.
put
You
us
come
through
back
this
at-
kind of.
You come right next week and
So
watch the game. and say,
even with the Zach Wilson debacle,
oh my God.
we still stood there and was there long enough to watch them pull off that stunt.
But the reality is it the GMs? Is it the personnel?
It's
that
the
making
person.
crazy mistakes.
It's the personnel and the coaching too.
Well, I'm gonna say this: when I was watching that game, neither Joe Douglas or Robert Saleh was on uniform, so I'm not gonna blame either one of them for that play.
What's the football game we went to at the Jet? And what's
you
the
can't blame everything on
the
the
guy
time
said
on
he
the
saw a
coaches.
ghost?
They're not playing.
was it Sam Darnold?
Yeah.
Yo, I think he got
Check it.
hurt. The backup got hurt.
Yeah, that was against
You was
Cleveland.
there? Wasn't you
Yeah,
there?
that
too?
was
Yeah,
against
you was-
Cleveland.
Yeah,
that was fight night for Todd and his son.
that's right. That's right.
When they got through the water.
That's what he said. He seen ghosts that
Yeah,
game.
he said he saw ghosts.
John Green said, "I know how y'all feel. I've been watching the Jets since '67."
Oh my God! I got
Join
one.
the club, brother.
Yeah,
Join
I
the
got one.
club.
All right, everybody whoever team, I know you're a Steeler fan. What's the worst moment for you as a Steeler fan?
It's not many. But,
Oh, you just got through saying in the early '60s y'all stunk. You did say that.
I was not that.
Yeah, but he wasn't
Oh.
that kid
Right.
then.
No, I'm sorry that
He
you.
wasn't even
I'm
thought
sorry
about
you.
it.
You
There's a few. The Mark Malone years when he was quarterback.
Mark Malone.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. Mark
Neil
Malone.
O'Donnell.
No, Neil
Neil Donald was
okay.
pretty good.
Those 2 interceptions was bad in the Super Bowl.
He even played with us for a year.
Yeah, he did.
I have to think of it in a while. Y'all had a few Steelers
Oh,
players.
here we go. Here we go.
Quite a few.
Here we go.
So come back to me, Kurt. I gotta think.
All right.
Come back to me.
Oh,
Here
wow.
we go.
Wow. Man, we'll talk about this in a minute. What about you, Ty? Give me one.
The worst moment
What's
For
moment?
the Jets?
What's for you?
is quite a
For you.
It's many.
For you. Oh, even it doesn't have to be your football team. It could be any team that you a fan of.
I mean, I've seen so much stuff I can't even remember. But that butt fumble was crazy. Come on, man. Come on, man. You know, I gotta. Come on, man. That guy will never be able to live that down, man.
Should I pass you on this one, sir?
No, I
Or
mean,
you got one worse than that?
the biggest disappointment
Oh,
to me,
I'm gonna give you
Was
one.
when
I got
Okay.
one.
we
Hopefully
was
you don't say
leading.
it.
We was leading at halftime in the championship game.
Oh man, okay.
In the second half,
Pittsburgh.
yeah,
Mhm.
we just gave it away.
Yeah.
We should have went to the Super Bowl that year.
Yeah.
I got one. Y'all gonna remember this. Richard Todd to AJ Dewey
Oh.
3 times.
Oh my God.
Not one,
Yes.
not 2, 3 times. Richard Todd to AJ Dewey. Y'all remember that one, right?
I remember that.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I bet AJ
3 times.
Oh my God.
Come on, man. How you keep doing that?
He just happened to be in the right place at the right time.
Three
Too.
times.
Just throw it to him.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, that was the worst. I think that might have been the worst.
Mine was as a Knicks fan with Charles Smith.
Oh,
That was mine, man.
Oh,
Any sport.
Oh, the layup.
Yeah. On against the
It's
Bulls.
behind him,
Oh
man.
my
Get
God,
out of here.
man. You 6'10".
But
How you not can get this shot off, man? Come on, man.
Oh, so you talking
but
about
but
all-
but at least you got that call made up for y'all when y'all beat the Bulls the next year.
That's
on
next
the-
year.
on
That
the Walker
year-
Davis shot
that year.
shouldn't have been called a foul.
Yeah, it shouldn't have been. Right, but you know.
That was
Oh.
a makeup call for Charles Davis.
yeah.
For Charles
You-
Smith, that was a makeup call.
Hubert Davis, I remember that.
Now you said that.
You had
What was it again? The dumbest play?
Pull it up.
No, the most disappointing.
Oh, all right. So now that you brought that up,
Wow.
and you said all sports, my
Look at-
most
look at the
disappointing
price.
time was when Lawrence Moulton called that phantom timeout in Syracuse. And
Lawrence Moulton?
Yeah, we was playing our best basketball, and we had defending champ Arkansas Razorbacks on the ropes.
Right.
And we stole the ball. We got the ball stolen, and it's like 3 seconds left on the clock.
Right.
And Lawrence Moulton called the phantom timeout. We ain't have one.
Oh,
And
he
they
did a
shot-
Chris Webber? I
they
don't
made-
know.
I got-
They made 2 free throws in the NCAA tournament. They made 2 free throws.
Right.
And sent it to overtime, and we lost the game in overtime.
John Green said there hasn't been too many bad Steeler games memories that lasted 50 years in the mud and the rain.
But you know what? Not
Show
as
to you
all
later.
as all teams. I gotta say, as a Yankee fan, losing to Boston after we was up 3-0
Yes.
sticks
Yeah.
in my craw
Oh, yes.
more than almost anything.
Oh, 3-0,
in sports that
yeah.
Yeah,
ever
the
happened.
AFC
I
champ.
mean,
Yes.
Yankees,
Yeah.
Yeah, Boston,
Yeah,
they was
that
up
hurt
3-0.
too.
Yeah.
Joe,
hurt.
Joe Torre should have been
That hurt.
fired after that.
That hurt.
That was
Yeah.
my.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That was
Oh, you
my-
already
that
know.
was like-
You already know he fired anybody.
I
You
was
already
like,
know that.
Don't
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everybody got to go.
he a quick trigger.
Yeah, everybody.
just
You
pack
already-
your bags and get out.
And if you're not
You already
careful,
know.
coach, he might fire you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. You already know.
There won't be no show.
Yeah.
No, the Yankees
You know
that
Dave,
one-
boy. Dave will fire everybody.
Well,
and
And let me ask y'all, was
losing to
I right?
Arizona hurt too.
He could have lost his job for that.
Losing to Arizona hurt too, though.
Yeah, I forgot that was
the
bad
one
because you
in the
don't
ninth
lose the ball.
inning, they got to what you call it on those little cheap hits. Luis Gonzalez hit that little flare.
'cause
that beat
Arizona.
us. Yeah,
Yeah.
in the 7th game.
That was against
Mariano.
Mariano, right?
Yeah, yep.
I wasn't happy with that neither.
Wait, I know the Boston one.
Yeah,
hurt.
the
No,
Boston
that
one
was
is the
that hurt it
worst.
worse.
Yeah.
That's right up there.
That was worse than
You think Arizona was worse?
that Arizona hurt because they had it, and Mariano jumped off the mound and fired a wild pitch to third, and John, what was his name? He was the third baseman. He retired right after that because he didn't want to. Scott.
This is a real ticket.
Yeah.
Scott Rowland?
Whoever
On the
third
Yankees?
baseman-
Or-
Yeah.
That's a real
It
ticket.
was two.
Yeah, he had
I
two.
went to the
He
game.
went to the game.
In 1986,
You see the price?
88.
88 though.
You see the price? $18.
And those are like
And the
cheap
second
down
promenade,
there.
right?
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy.
I remember those.
Yeah,
who was that? Clyde
$20
Edwards? Who
sitting.
was
If
that?
that's where you used to have the red seat. You sit in the red
Yeah,
seat
man, that
for
was
$20.
so long ago.
I remember that.
Scott Brochus, thank you, John
Scott
Green.
Brocious, okay.
Scott Brochus, he retired right
I
after
remember
that.
that.
I appreciate you, John Green.
Why am I
Too
getting
bad
no
the
live
phone lines
stuff?
aren't working. Let me just add that on. Phone lines are down.
That's what.
Ramiro Mendoza was pitching, and I thought they should have stayed with him.
Mhm.
And they brought in Mariano, and he just gave up bad hits.
Yeah, it
And
was
we
little-
had
little
that
It was like
weak-
fluke.
little
It was
weak
weak
bloopers.
contact
Fluke
hits.
hits, yeah,
It
they
wasn't
was
hard hits.
Scott
Right.
Brocious, he didn't want to point the finger at nobody, so he just said, "Yo, I'm out of here. I retired." He wasn't waiting for me to fire him. He said, "Yo." Right, because
Oh,
Mariano
God.
jumped up the mound and he fired a pitch like he was throwing it to home plate. He fired it to third. It was just,
Well, good news for the Knicks. Anunoby's supposed to come back today.
Oh, he is?
Okay.
Tomorrow,
That is
Tuesday.
good.
Who they play tomorrow?
Philly again.
So
Oh,
hold
yeah.
up.
in Philly?
No, at the Garden.
Oh, is that
So
the
hold
good?
up. John Stark's terrible game don't hurt nobody.
No, that didn't.
No,
hurt
that's
me.
one of my most glorious moments. I
What's
love
the-
that.
What game is that?
John Stark going 0 for 18
Oh,
for
man.
3.9.
against the Rockets. Yeah,
I was
that
like-
Man,
that
please,
didn't
that was
bother
in heaven
me.
then.
That didn't bother me as much.
I was rooting for him to take 3 more shots.
That was the OJ night, the chase. Was that the OJ night?
No.
I
Well,
don't
the
think
OJ
so.
night
Oh,
was,
no.
damn,
I don't know if it was
an event going on.
Yeah.
That's at
Nah,
the
because
surge.
I was
I think it was a Laker game though.
no, that
Oh,
was
yeah,
that
okay.
was
That
the
was last
championship
night.
game. I was,
Did he try to talk you into buying a Kia?
No.
that was the Houston Knicks. I was at that game when they
Okay.
chased OJ.
Okay.
I was at the championship game.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You don't know what game it was though.
I don't know if he did. That's why I don't know if that was the game he shot
you
too,
don't
but I
know
just
the
don't
game.
know.
No.
That game was in Houston, wasn't it?
Right.
No.
The game in Houston, he shot.
Oh,
He shot.
he
He
right.
shot hard.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was game 7.
But the game
OJ
that
Hard
we
chase.
was the Bronco was at the
That was
Garden.
game 7?
I think wasn't that
Yeah, I
game
was at that
seven?
game,
was
championship
seven,
game.
right?
No, I don't think it was.
No,
game
6,
seven.
I think
They beat
it's
him
6.
That was game 6.
That was game
They beat him
6.
in
It was
6
game
games.
6. It was game 6.
It was that final game, right? Right, they only won 6 games.
We said I was sitting. My man Blackman gave me tickets. I'm sitting way up there, all the way up the nosebleed.
But you was in the building, though.
Yeah,
man.
and then
You
I
was
could
in
see
the
you could see the TVs was right behind me, and I could see them chasing OJ. And the people that was at home watching the game was
Mhm.
saying they watched the whole chase. At least we in the game, we had the
We
Garden.
had a double.
Yeah, we can see, we can see.
Double screen.
You know what I'm saying? But the people who was home watching say, yo, they cut up to that OJ chase for like 30 minutes or so.
But it said it was game 5.
Game 5, okay.
Game 5.
Yeah, like over yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like one of those. They said, "Well, you go. We don't care about OJ. Turn back to the game." You know what I'm
All right,
saying?
so
It's crazy.
this game right here, it was the Knicks. It was my first year in transit in '88,
that's right.
and the Knicks got beat by the Lakers at the Garden. When I just pulled it up, they beat them 1-0.
on that team?
No, Patrick and I think Bernard was injured and wasn't playing. Mark Jackson was on the team. Kenny Walker, Gerald
Kenny
Wilkins.
Skywalker.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they lost 104-99.
I remember when the Knicks picked Kenny Walker.
5th pick.
They tried to change him because he was a back to the basket player
Right.
at Kentucky.
That's correct. John Green, it was a split screen. When we talk about the OJ
Mhm.
and the
The
game,
actual game.
they were showing both and whatnot. But every other network had OJ or the Bronco.
Mhm.
And if you really want to call it a chase, or was it a follow?
They were
Yeah.
just following because he
Yeah.
wasn't driving fast.
Nah, they wasn't. They
What's
wasn't
the guy then that was driving? What's
AJ
Al-
Collins.
His homeboy.
AC
Cowles, right? AC
Collins. Yeah.
Oh yeah, his friend.
Yeah, his friend, yeah.
And he had the note.
Yeah,
Wrote the note out.
yeah.
And
He
at
was probably in the
at
back
one time they were
tucker,
saying he
yo.
had a gun with him. They thought he was
Right.
gonna kill
Yeah,
himself.
I remember they saying that, right?
Yeah.
They ain't know. They ain't know.
Nobody.
They just following them around. They just taking a scenic route
We could-
across
We
California.
could blame OJ for the Knicks losing that night.
I like to blame Thibodeau, but anyway.
Hold on. What did Kurt said? When Towns got hurt,
yeah.
he said, "Yeah, that's Thibodeau's fault too." Yeah, I was drunk.
That's why I brought it up. I like to
I was like, yeah, it is his fault. It is his fault for all those years when he was dogging it when he played.
everybody,
He just finally got hurt now.
everything Thibodeau for
You
real.
could probably track every injury.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh man,
well,
God,
like-
I was cracking up on that one, bro.
Like again, I went to the game last night, so
Yo, what was that about?
You
Yeah,
went
he's
to the exhibition last night.
daylight
What?
savings time.
What was
I think
that?
You
you know,
gotta blame it on something.
right. Well, I want to blame Thibodeau, but the players really,
Yo, that was horrible.
Yeah, that was.
man.
But
That's
you know-
probably,
you know
that
what's
might
so
be one of the
crazy?
worst games of the year.
yeah, that was the lowest scoring for the
Yeah.
Knicks in years. But what
They
it
haven't had a
was,
game that low in 8 years.
right? What it was, they put Batum on Brunson, Nicholas Batum.
Oh.
He's covering, so Brunson's still trying to go for it, forcing it.
One thing I'm
6'10".
noticing with Brunson lately is like, yo, this guy come down and shoot 4 times in a row.
Yeah, he will.
He got to start. You got to start giving up the ball to other people to
Right.
shoot the ball, man.
You know,
Save some of that energy towards the end.
right. Don't sit there think you got to do it.
You got
all
it every
shit,
time
man.
by yourself, man.
John Green said they would blame Tibbs for the sinking of the Titanic.
Yeah.
And I agree.
Blame
I
him for
co-sign. No.
You got to
Um,
get blamed for everything.
Yeah, he is, and it's
I
unfortunate.
mean, well, it's not his fault, really, but
He ain't shooting. He ain't the boy
But
shooting.
like, and then so out of the starters, Brunson played the least amount of minutes, 32.
Mhm.
But when he comes in, he was
Soon as he
forcing,
come
and then McBride played 16 minutes.
Did he take the most shots?
Yes,
Brunson.
played-
McBride?
Brunson.
Oh, I thought you said
McBride
McBride.
did nothing. He gave him nothing, but he played 16 minutes.
Should have gave him one run. At
And-
least 20 something minutes.
Well,
Is Randall back?
No, he ain't coming.
they don't know when Randall's
I
coming.
don't think
back.
he's coming back now.
And-
I think on the low, he heard that they was looking to trade him before he got hurt, and I don't think he's gonna rush
Oh,
back.
they've been talking trade stuff with
But
him.
they
for
were
a
saying,
long
I
time.
don't know. I had seen it on the phone one
Yeah.
day. They had it on. They said that management was mad that he got hurt because they were looking to move him before
before
that.
the trade deadline.
Yeah.
Well,
So if that's true,
Right.
and if he got wind of that, would you come back? If that was you, would you rush to come back?
No, I wouldn't rush.
Uh,
If I, but there've been rumors about him getting traded for a long
right.
time.
I mean, there's so many things you can't substantiate.
Right.
with
that's true too.
anything.
That's true too. A lot of this stuff you can't,
you know.
But
Well,
I would like to say, like they were talking to Tyrone Lue, and he didn't play Kawhi and
Paul George,
Paul George, correct?
the last game.
The
Oh,
last
they had
game.
2 games in 22 hours.
All right,
Right.
so
That's horrible.
but so which game was more important? So you played the Bulls first, and then you played the Bucks.
You should have
It-
saved them for the Bucks.
If you're
Makes
trying to
sense.
make a statement,
Yeah, it makes
I
sense.
mean,
That makes sense.
maybe.
No,
Well,
it makes sense.
maybe he did what made sense to him. But right, the marquee matchup is
The Bucks.
the Bucks.
No, that-
Like
I agree.
I was
But
listening.
how do you do that? They was
Right.
talking about that today.
Yeah, I ain't. Well, I think
I
they
didn't
had
know-
trouble at the airport or something like that.
The way they
with the
the
traveling.
way they scheduled the game, and I don't know because of maybe the daylight saving time has something to do. I'm not sure.
Right.
But 2 games in 22 hours.
That is a lot.
That's
That
horrible.
is a lot.
That's
But
horrible.
They were talking about like
But I'm with
Boston.
you on that. I'd have saved them for the Buck than
Yeah.
Chicago.
I like
Maybe
Boston's-
daylight savings might have.
whoever bought. I think Boston's playing tonight. Holiday's not playing. Porzingis is not playing. And the guy on the radio, he says, "Well, they might as well just send them home." And not because they got back-to-back games. He said they play Utah after that.
Right.
At Boston?
No,
Whoever they
Utah.
playing tonight.
They're on the road. That's
Right, they're
true.
on the road.
So send them straight to Utah. You might as
Well, the
let
guy
them
said
come
send
back.
them home. He said,
Oh.
why play him at Utah? If you're going down the stretch, he says, why play him at all? Play,
What games they're up to? How many games remaining?
I think it's about
It's only 20 something games.
Right.
yeah, like maybe
Or
19,
less
20
than
games.
that, right.
19, 20 games.
And they got a what? 10-game cushion?
No, they got about a they had about a 7, 8
7 or 8
cushions.
game
Yeah.
cushion. I mean, I don't see nobody, catching them,
Yeah.
unless you have a major injury to one of their key
Well,
guys.
Porzingis is the key.
Well, right. They
For them
nine-
winning,
they-
Porzingis is
they
the key.
9 games
So he
in the
plays-
loss column, 7 in the win column,
Okay.
and they got 19 games left.
Okay.
So, and then tonight, I guess if they're playing tonight, they play the Trailblazers,
Mm.
and then they go to
Go to
Utah.
UConn, right? And the guy said, you might as well sit them, not let them play.
I mean,
at all."
well,
But what y'all say makes sense totally, right? But then, like what happened with the Nets yesterday, right? We lose to whoever we lost to, like y'all said.
Right.
The Hornets.
Detroit.
And then
Yeah.
The
Oh,
Hornets.
God.
And, yeah.
and then the game that you expect them to lose, they shoot 53% from from the field,
Right.
52% 3-point shooting, and 90% was they 4th worst in the league free throw.
Mm.
That happens in the league. Like
Hey, it does happen.
5 times in the league, every
Right.
team gets one of those.
Of course.
So,
So that can happen. You know what
so
I'm saying?
John Green added back in the day, the Knicks used to play 3 games in less than 48 hours, 3 or 4 times a year. So I
He can
mean,
remember all that. I ain't remember.
I remember 3 games in 5 nights. I remember
Yeah.
that.
They Knicks
Well-
fans.
I remember 3 games in 5 nights.
When you a fan, you remember what your team.
Well, I've been a Knicks fan since 68, 69?
I ain't never heard nobody playing a game less than another game, 2 games
In
less than
48
24
hours, I ain't never heard
less
that
than
either.
24 hours.
I've heard 3 games in 5
all right,
nights.
John, they're trying to challenge you.
Oh, look,
Since,
that's a Texas.
sense of
that's going
literature.
through Texas. Is that those Texas teams you talking about?
No, you talking about the Knicks.
No, but
okay,
teams they
on-
play?
What difference does it make?
okay,
It
so he
doesn't-
said on a Friday night they played in Detroit, then Milwaukee, then and Chicago. So
Okay.
I mean, so I mean, he's sharp. He's sharp.
Yeah, but he's
sharp.
saying
It
what
makes
day?
sense if it was Texas.
Well,
say
well,
today.
well, I'm
Well, that makes
saying,
sense too because you talk of Detroit, Milwaukee,
Right,
Chicago.
yeah,
They're all right
they
in the
right
same
there.
area.
Yeah.
They right there.
That's why I asked.
Yeah, but 3 games in 48. When was that?
It's not like they went to Miami and LA and then came back to New York.
That's what he's saying.
Because
Though,
that
right?
was my next question.
Because I mean, I like to know that. I mean, yeah, you can have back to backs, but 3 games in 48 hours.
And back then when he's talking about, I don't think Texas even had that many
And
teams
I
in
think
They
the
didn't.
so. Not
Did they
even
have
on the
any
channel. He
teams?
said on Saturday night they were
Right.
playing in the Garden. So I mean, well, it's a slippery slope, but
Mm.
you do remember them playing back-to-back nights.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I
you
mean,
can have that.
No, I
I
remember
mean,
back to
they
back.
still have back to back, but the difference is now from back then, the season was shorter.
Right.
The whole season was over
Well,
before.
but they played the same amount of games, so then they
It was
had-
82.
Yeah, but you didn't have that long a playoff.
You didn't have as many
Playoffs.
teams making the playoffs.
right. The playoffs,
Yeah,
was
but the
longer.
games was like 3 out of 5.
Yeah, it was like 2
4 out of
rounds.
7 every
Right.
day.
It was like
You
2
didn't have
rounds back.
like there's a lot more teams in
Yeah,
making the
more
Right,
playoffs.
now you got more
more
rounds.
rounds
More
and stuff
rounds,
like
yeah.
that.
And the season don't end until June. I'm pretty sure that back in the day, the NBA season ended way before June.
May
Over
in May.
Right.
Playoffs was championship games was played in May.
Right.
Yeah. On
Championship round.
Sunday afternoon, they played in Philly, Boston, or Baltimore. But I mean, again, there's more teams, so it's a bigger marathon, and more teams make it. But I mean, I agree
Money
with
ruins
you.
everything.
But
Right,
my-
that's what it is. All about the
my-
money.
My thing
Because
was,
these guys
again,
is-
when we were talking about the Clippers playing the back-to-back games and whatnot, what was the coach's rationale for playing them against the weaker team and resting them against the stronger team?
No, I hear you. I'd have did that.
If he's raising eyebrows, somebody raising eyebrows on him.
Yeah. Well, the NBA is going to look at it like, these guys ain't playing. But then, the coach and the team itself and, the other guys, they say, well, it's a back-to-back. Let them guys play one game and they don't play the next game. I don't think it really matters to them and as far as the match of who they playing next. I understand what you're saying, like let them play the stronger team, but because we don't know what their next scheduled game after that is. They might want them for that next game after that. But we don't. I mean, either way, I know what you're saying.
If you try, look, I'm thinking like this. Might have been easier for you to beat Chicago without the 2 horses.
That's how I
Right.
figure.
And then you got a better chance of winning with them.
But who they play
against
after?
Milwaukee.
But who they play after Milwaukee?
It wasn't scheduled for tonight.
No, I understand what
I'm
you're
just
saying.
saying,
But
well-
you know you're gonna have to play harder against Milwaukee than Chicago.
So that's part of it. So you didn't even work up for the challenge. You didn't even say, well, I'm gonna try to beat these guys. You sort of like, y'all can have this game because
Right, and they don't
I'm not-
play.
I'm
They
not
don't play
playing
them
my-
that many
my
times.
guys.
Well, they play Milwaukee maybe twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They played the Timberwolves tomorrow night.
Who? The Clippers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Timberwolves are down 2 people.
Well, Gobert should be back.
Yeah, Gobert should be back. I couldn't understand why they didn't play Gobert
And
yesterday.
what's it called? They played the other kid ain't play either. Slow motion didn't play either.
Yeah.
That's right.
He didn't play
That's
either.
right. He did.
I was surprised. They had a few guys on the bench.
Yeah. I don't know.
So
I don't know if
is
you know.
anybody prepared to do the segments?
Now?
Not today.
Okay.
For next week.
Maybe tomorrow.
No, let me ask you a question. Everybody, we all gonna do it the same day? Everybody having the same
Well,
segment?
I
or
mean,
usually?
we'll discuss that.
Well, we'll discuss that.
if
maybe.
nobody's prepared to do it, I mean,
I mean, you
Come
can
on,
have
tell me.
we could do a
We-
segment, a
yeah, we
show,
can do.
or first
I mean,
hour.
well, being as open a conversation, like
Mhm.
if you prepare something that's 5 minutes, it's something that you want to talk about, and we want to listen. And then we might have questions, but we don't want to agree or disagree. We want to feel your passion, your magnificent moment, or the
That's how
Sports Star
that's how
Special,
Yeah,
or the Coach's Corner.
That sound like a
Or-
setup to me.
Yeah, that's how he reeled me in.
Yeah.
Yo, he threw the hook and left me, reeled me in on that.
Or we can listen to the magnificent sounds of the relic.
Who, the relic? The
The
living
living
fuck.
fossil.
We'll give him a segment too.
Yeah, we gotta give him one. We gotta give him one.
give
did you
you a
see-
sec.
I think it was the game yesterday. The other game, the girls' game.
USC.
No, I didn't see it, but I didn't watch that whole
I
game.
watched that.
But that girl's incredible.
She didn't do nothing in that game.
I don't know what she didn't really play that. She didn't really score that much yesterday, but they won. But the Notre Dame game,
I didn't see that one.
they had 7 players
Yeah.
and only played 6 players the whole game.
Oh wow.
I don't know what happened
Hmm.
for them to only have 7 players.
Wow.
But it's like, yo, they played like basically, and they only used 6, so they only have
Mhm.
1 sub for the whole
Wow.
game.
So here's a question.
And that's amazing. And they won.
That's great. Right.
Yeah.
So is the women's game more entertaining and exciting than the men's college games?
Not to me.
I like to watch the women play. They
See,
they fundamentally.
They
Right.
fundamental, but I don't
Right.
know about
Yeah.
exciting.
I mean, you're not gonna get no high flying dunks and stuff like
Right.
that. But these girls be hooping, man.
Yeah, they hoop.
These girls be hooping.
There's only certain teams I want to watch. It's like, you
See,
know,
that's the whole thing with the women's game anyway. It's like a cycle type of thing because first it was Tennessee
mhm,
that was the ruling class. Then
UConn.
Connecticut
Right.
became the ruling class, and now South Carolina is the ruling class.
Right.
So it seems like every 5 or 10 years, you got one team that's dominant,
Mhm.
and everybody's
Right.
trying to catch them, and then something happens to that team, either injuries
Mhm.
or in Tennessee's place, Pat Summit passed away, and they didn't recruit like they used to. They couldn't get
Right.
them girls to come there no more.
Right.
Yeah.
With Gino, he had all the injuries, and in
Mhm.
South Carolina, they picked up Dawn Staley, and she gets all the recruits now. She's like
Right.
she's like
Yeah,
the
everybody
Kentucky
wants
She's
her.
like,
or the
exactly.
Duke of,
Right.
of
the
women
women's
of the
game.
women's
Yeah.
game.
Big game.
She gets all of them.
Yeah.
But what's gonna happen is in another 5 years, they're gonna
It's
get
somebody
tired
else.
It's
of
gonna
going
get
there.
changed,
And
right?
somebody else gonna be the
Somebody
top
gonna
dog.
say, "Yo, come here, make your own."
But there's
name
always
here.
a top dog in
'Cause-
the women's game
But-
compared to the men's. After UCLA, that was history. There
Mhm.
hasn't really been a
I
team that
I have
you
a
can.
feeling, and I hate to say it, but they don't like her being up top. Being
Dawn?
on top.
Dawn Staley?
You know who I'm talking about when I say they.
Yeah, I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
I have a feeling they don't like that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But she's good. She does good for them girls, man.
right.
A
She
lot of
do.
them
She
girls
do.
should get
Right.
them in the league, man.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
And I think she's teaching them.
yes, she is.
She's teaching them.
Yeah,
So
she is.
next week, is it next week they start the March Madness? Or-
Probably so.
Tournament is this weekend.
Yeah, the
Starts-
tournament.
they do this Thursday then.
Right.
Yeah, the selection Sunday
Oh,
is
selection
this
Sunday.
summer
Start
coming
Thursday.
up,
Oh,
and
then
then
they
the
start
following
that Thursday.
Thursday. Well, actually Tuesday, I think, because they play that
They play the
play-in
68,
games.
Oh yeah, that playing.
Yeah.
Talking about the women?
No,
No, the
Oh,
men.
the men.
The
oh,
men.
okay.
The
The women
don't-
always go like the day
women
after.
don't have
Or
64
something like
teams that they can. They lucky to get 64 teams in a tournament.
Oh, I like to put this out there. I like to say one of the kids that I coach, I'm proud to say, was the 6th man of the year in the Big East.
Yeah, the kid there,
Hassan Diarra,
For what team?
Connecticut.
UConn.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Okay, I remember you said something about that kid. Yeah, good for him.
Proud of you, boy. Proud of you.
Yeah.
So you didn't bench him, Coach Kirk? No.
No, Hassan play as long as he wanted
It was
to.
lights out.
Yeah, as long as he wanted to.
So John
That's
Green
good.
said, question should be, what do you think of the WNBA? Like, as far as how those women play.
I like watching the girls that league. You know what I'm saying? You gotta support the girls. That's the one thing that's the problem. They don't feel like they get the support, and
Well, they don't.
you don't want them. I mean, we seen the instance what happened to Brittany Griner. You don't want them to have to make money going overseas when they can make money here.
But
and they
okay.
under the backing of the NBA,
right,
which pays. They got bunko money. We ain't the money the NBA has.
that's true.
You ain't they don't gotta get paid like the men because they don't play as many games, and I get
Right.
that. But you could give them enough money where they ain't gotta be.
But if they're not drawing that many people to the games,
Well, that's something the league. I get that what you're
Mhm.
saying, but that's something the league gotta have to do to as far as to make people want to come out. You know what I'm saying? To get these players to come out.
but what
But
would make
the-
them want to come
That's
out?
the thing. Is the women's game when it first started, you saw crowds because it was
Right.
unique.
It was new.
But now it's like
Whole hum.
I'm not gonna say it because I'm not gonna be the one that's gonna get banned off the radio for who the audience is. But we all know who the majority of their audience is.
Right.
Well,
Well,
say
that's
less
why
than that
that's
because
why-
I don't know what you're talking about. And I don't want to.
You know,
Let's dance around it.
But,
That's what I just did.
but
I think
A little harder.
based on what he said,
Dancing
like,
around
I think once Caitlin come out, I think
You think it'll jump up again?
Yeah.
You think so?
You got a lot of good players that came out that
There's
didn't
always
boost it
good
up.
players
It's a
coming
lot of
out.
good
in
players
the
in the
league.
league.
It's just
It's a
the
lot.
stigma of women's sports
Right.
that the American people still haven't come
Right.
to grips with.
They got a euphoria.
Right.
about it,
It's
yeah.
not the same
I tell
as the
you,
men's game. Even though the women, like you said, they fundamentally sound.
Right.
And the thing I really love about women's game is what one of them girls go to the free throw line, they're gonna drop their
They
free
knocking
throws.
it down. Right.
But with the men, it don't matter. You can have guys who are 80% shooters, like Anthony Davis, and then he'll go up there and brick 3 out of the next 4.
yeah.
I'm like,
I-
you don't never see the girls do
I
that.
know,
They
they
knock
make
them
that
down
shot.
consistently.
I'm not
I
trying
really
to start
enjoyed
nothing, but
the-
was he taking a dig at your team?
No,
It's all right.
Good,
No,
because my team
because they
is
won. How
hard
can I
too.
dig it? How can I
No,
dig at
alright.
a team that's winning?
He's talking the truth, though. He's talking the
I
truth.
mean,
I was just curious.
But I really, for me, I enjoyed. I went to when the Liberty and them was in the playoff this
Right,
year and
yeah.
stuff. I mean, my whole family, we went to the game. I enjoyed those games. Man. They were
Yeah.
good. And people showed up. Brooklyn, they showed up.
Okay.
They showed
Okay.
up. Their place was packed. They showed up in
I
Brooklyn.
think that's the other thing
You
too.
know?
You got those kind of games you're gonna show up to.
The playoff games.
No, not only
That was
playoff
a
games,
playoff
but
game,
the
right?
Liberty,
Championship, yeah.
the
that was
Liberty and the
championship,
Aces.
Right.
yeah.
Because there's other
Yeah.
playoff games where you got
And
Dallas
hardly
versus
nobody coming to 'em.
Chicago Sky, and there's
Nobody
10
come.
people in the audience. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that was
Not 10, but you know what I'm saying. You're not gonna draw because they don't have that drawing
That
power
start
that
that
the
draw power.
the top two
Those
teams
yeah.
have.
Right.
Whereas with the NBA, it don't matter who's in the playoffs, everybody's gonna watch it.
Go ahead, man.
Listen to this. How much does the lowest WNBA player make?
The lowest?
Yeah.
Probably less than 100.
Yeah,
Oh,
about
for sure.
50 grand.
The
John
highest only
Green
make
said, I
250.
agree with Serge, and he is a Liberty ticket season holder. So
The
yeah,
highest
John
payer
Green,
only
you
makes like
welcome to
250.
Got it.
Which part did you agree with?
Agree with David.
Go ahead,
About
John Green.
50,000, 30,000.
welcome to
The highest
invite
pay
us
only
out.
make 250.
Go ahead.
I'm saying that. It says WNBA salaries maxed out at 235,000.
Yeah, I said about
Mm.
250.
2023, with the average salary, league salary clocking in at 113,000, and the minimum hovering just above 62,000.
Okay.
Wow.
So they do, to me, they don't deserve city. That's city pay. The lowest is
Because they would go,
city pay.
because they
Yeah.
would go overseas. They get $1 million.
Right.
You get your housing you don't pay for.
Right,
They
your
give you
housing,
your
transportation.
car you don't pay for.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you're over there, you get that money. You can bring all that money back
Mhm.
home.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
they should at least bump up the minimum to 6
I
figures.
think
That's easy
Huh?
for us to say, but if you're not
No.
drawing that many people to come to your games, as Serge says, like other than New York and Vegas, which was the
Right.
top teams, and they
but
go
they
into
starting what, like you said, what the league got to do.
Mhm.
I don't know if you noticed, they got the contract now, the TV contract with Ion. The
Right.
games were coming on Ion.
Oh,
this
really?
year.
Right.
Yeah, some of the women
Okay.
games. Yeah, so that's what you got to get.
Right.
The TV
Yeah, but
contract.
they need a bigger
Yeah.
team, bigger TV contract than Ion.
Oh, of
I thought
course.
they have the one
Of
with
course.
ESPN.
Yeah,
That should
ESPN,
bring
yeah,
them
before.
some money.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's where the money comes from.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The
Yeah. You're right.
contracts.
You're right.
Not
You're
so
right.
much what you selling at the gates. The
Right.
TV contract is how you get that money.
If you
So they got to promote that.
They
That's
do.
what they got to
Right.
promote.
They
That.
do.
If you're looking at NBA revenue overall,
Right.
we got to be pretty sure that they over $1 billion, high hundreds of millions of dollars
Yes,
of revenue.
yes.
So you
You
got
talking about the WNBA right
no,
now?
the NBA.
Oh, please.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
That's
please.
billions.
So you-
That's billions.
Yeah, they getting billions. Crazy.
Right, so you can boost up NBA
Subsidized.
salaries to WNBA salaries to 6 figures. You can do that.
Look up
Come on.
what look up
Wait a
what
second.
the
They did
D
that.
League. Look up what the D League is.
They did that the last few years. They bumped it up to that 235
Yeah,
because
and-
Right.
and
they
does-
was
It
like
wasn't
the highest
making that.
pay was getting like 100.
100 something down.
Yeah.
The minimum player.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I got
The
it.
player should be worth getting 62 grand.
But every NBA owner
What's the
doesn't
minimum
have
for the
a
NBA?
WNBA team.
About 5
That
million.
is true too.
The minimum?
Yeah, it's in the millions.
5 million
What's that?
for the
I'm-
minimum
I'm-
player, the last guy on the bench.
It's 5 million
About the minimum. Look
Right.
it up.
in the NBA.
I think it's 5 million.
Minimum NBA
I
salary.
believe it's 5
John
million.
Green also said the women are fundamentally sound,
Mhm.
and he said they have Ion,
1.1
ESPN,
million.
and
1.1?
CBS
Yeah.
I
Sports.
thought it was 5 million.
1.1. I can't see
That may
paying-
be the players.
All
What
right,
do you call it?
so I'm gonna share that again.
Exception. What do you call it?
He said John Green said Ion, ESPN, and CBS Sport that the women have. So
Okay, I knew
They-
Ion and
they have-
CBS. Okay.
So maybe they could make more money. I mean, and nobody's
sworn it was
against them
$5
for
million. I
making
seen
more
Do they
$5
money.
get
million.
the cost? Sorry,
That
do they
ain't
get the
good.
cost
That
of
ain't
living
good.
bump up
You think
every
that's good?
year?
What 1.1
Yeah,
million?
that ain't good for the
Oh,
NBA.
the cost
right?
of what?
And Jokers is getting 50, 60 million dollars a year. That ain't good.
Who? Oh, there's someone 60.
Yeah, for 1.1 million.
Well,
That ain't
I
good.
want to say that
And that guy don't come off the bench at all.
Right.
that's
That
correct.
guy, right? That guy's sitting at the end of the
He's
bench.
just chilling.
He's
I
Evan
would-
Fournier.
Listen.
Evan Fournier is making what? How much was he
18
making?
million.
18, 19.
Just
yeah.
to sit on the bench.
He's playing in Detroit.
Do you
But
think?
now,
Well,
think about
but
this.
do you think the Knicks would have rather have paid him 1.1?
Of course they will. To sit on the bench, yeah. But it's, he signed that contract when they needed shooting.
I don't know,
I'm
but
gonna
it's
say
not-
I'm gonna
I
say
hear
this again. It's Thibodeau's fault. But
It definitely was with him.
but when you
They got
when you
him
look
and
at-
Kimba at the same
when you
time.
look at two-way players, and like you had Jacob Toppin and you had Charlie Brown Jr. and
Charlie
I
Brown Jr.
turned the TV, and I see them playing in the National Coliseum against the Nets.
Right.
And they're playing. So
Not playing?
they
They're
are
playing.
playing.
Oh, okay,
They
yeah.
out there playing. And
Those
I think it
two-way
was-
contract players, yeah, they do
and
that.
there's the
Mhm.
guy that Toppin got
don't,
traded for.
don't they get paid?
McBride was doing that.
Yes, and the
don't-
guy that got traded for to the Knicks from Indiana was Roby. He's on the team. He never came up. He's playing.
Oh, Isaiah Roby.
That's correct.
Right.
He's playing.
You got a double contract.
But,
Green.
right,
I mean,
but I'm saying
Serge.
with that deal, when you play G League, you get G League money.
Yes.
And if you come to the NBA, they
You get
got to
NBA
get
money,
boosted.
yes.
Right.
Yeah. 'Cause
But
you got a double. It's a two-way contract.
Right.
but I believe that them guys can't play but so many minutes. I'm not sure.
Well, in the G League, when they
in the
play,
NBA.
in the NBL, they can't play for that many minutes.
If
Before
you,
they got to boost them to a regular contract.
right.
That might be true.
Well, I know they said What's-It-Call's locked in for the rest of the season.
Top it.
Toppin.
Oh.
He's
Yeah, they
locked in
switched
for.
him to a regular
Yeah,
contract.
he-
What's they didn't play at all, right? What's the guard they picked up? What's his name?
he was on the team too. He's in the
Is
G
that
League.
max amount of time you
the
can play
one-
No,
on a
no,
two-way
not him.
contract
The
in
Knicks just
NBA?
signed him. The guard. They used
Oh,
to be on
from
Philly.
Philly.
Shake Milton.
He didn't play at all, right?
No.
Okay.
They
That's
still got
Thibodeau
him.
fault too.
They still got him.
Yes,
Yeah,
he's on the bench.
He was on the bench.
Okay,
didn't
according to
play.
this, the two-way guys, you can only have 3 of them on your team. They got to have 3 or few years of NBA service. And the most they could play is 50 games. Because if you play more than 50 games, then you automatically get reverted to an NBA
To
contract.
NBA
Correct.
contract.
But
Okay.
not
So in that 49th game,
You know the deal.
Sitting down. Yeah, it's just sitting.
What?
Yeah,
He-
John
he
Green
stubbed
said he
his
played on
toe.
Friday.
Yeah, exactly. Right. I don't care if it's a blowout. You ain't playing.
But like when you think about it, I think they either they hold them to a minute restriction, or you're not going to be fit you that much because you like the 11th or 12th person on the bench.
Well, I remember when McBride was going back.
Right.
He was starting for the Westchester
Yes,
Knicks.
he was.
He was starting because I
Them
saw
guys-
quite a
them
few
guys were
games.
starting too.
Okay.
They
Yeah.
lost to the Nets in overtime.
But like Sir said, it ain't so much that you can't play in that G League.
Right.
It's just that if you play in 50 games of the NBA,
Right.
they got to give you an NBA contract. You
Okay.
locked in.
So just straight 50
Yeah.
games. It ain't not matter with
Yeah.
the time
I
and
don't
all like
think-
that.
right.
I got the G League salary.
Go ahead. Let me hit the Julie side.
Let me get some guesses first. The minimum.
For the minimum,
Yeah.
Should you get a drum roll? Could we
Turn
get a-
I say it's more than the WNBA.
I don't even think so.
No,
Really?
25,000.
Yeah, I would say about 40,000.
25,000?
40.
No, it's got to be more than that.
It
Man.
says, what is the cheapest G League contract? Standard G League salary, the standard salary for a G League player in 22-23 season was $40,500.
Wow.
See?
Minimum
Wow.
and maximum earnings, the lowest salary G League player can earn is $7,400 per month, or $37,000 for a seasonal contract lasting 5 months.
Wow. Wow.
And do they get per diems and things of that
I
nature?
don't know all that. I have to go further into it.
Wow.
But
How many?
But
yeah,
that-
you guys
that's
can,
that's
you
them guys,
can
but I think them other cats that on G League Elite, they get paid a lot more than the regular G League guys. Them high school kids,
How many
Really?
games?
Yeah.
they're paying them.
How many games they play in that league?
In the G League?
Yeah. How many games they play?
What's the pay?
And you know
for
the
G
funny
League
part
Elite
about it?
I don't
players?
know.
I think when we went to the National Coliseum, had more people in there than they did.
No, I don't think so, man. You think that?
They
We only
did.
had one side of the court.
And it looked the same way.
It says a G League.
When I watch some of the Westchester Knicks games, there's people in
50
there.
games? Wow, they play a lot of games.
I mean, the arena's not as big as the Nassau Coliseum.
I think it was more crowded. It was dark
Finals
seats.
best of 3.
It was dark.
I hear that.
So yeah, when you guys going to try out for the G League?
Shit.
I think our trial days are over.
Shit. Yeah, that's crazy, man.
All right, so
Yeah, good show, man. That was a good show.
Yeah, we gotta finally that time
Yeah.
flew by, bro.
Yeah, good show.
especially
I
with the
thought I was still
technical
stuck in traffic.
difficulties.
Felt like I was still stuck in traffic.
When I'm in the building,
Oh, here we go.
When you in the
show
building,
goes smooth.
Here we go.
you got any new beats for us, man? Anything new, man?
What you want, man? Tell me what you want.
Give me something, man. We got like about 6-7 minutes.
I'm gonna
left.
tell you what I want. Can I tell you
That's-
something I want?
5 minutes left.
One day you gotta work coming here without nothing Pittsburgh on. Can you do that one time?
So you want me to take the Pittsburgh off?
Can you wear something else besides Pittsburgh?
Well, you
One
got
time?
on that fake it when they wearing black uniforms, their numbers be yellow.
Black and gold, man.
When they've got black uniforms on, their numbers are yellow.
This is black and
John
gold.
Green says Westchester holds 2,000, but
There was no 2,000 people
he
at
said
that
the
Nick.
stadium holds 2,000.
No, wait. I'm saying when we was at
That game was at
They-
the Nassau Coliseum.
wait a minute. They didn't have
y'all
2,000
went
people
to
at
a
that
G-
Nassau Coliseum.
Y'all went to a G League game?
No, we went to the Nassau Coliseum for a MTA game and whatnot.
And that game was at the Nassau Coliseum as well.
But it wasn't 2,000 people there.
And he
Didn't they
said
renovate that
all he
place?
was saying was
The
what
Westchester.
it holds.
What-
Right, Westchester, but it
Right.
wasn't at
They didn't
Westchester.
renovate
the
It
Coliseum.
was at
You know
Nassau
what?
Coliseum.
Hey.
No.
Did they renovate that Coliseum?
Yeah, they
No,
did.
they did.
Yes, they
Say
did.
yeah,
Yes, they
say
did.
no.
Yes, they did.
I think that's what they did renovate.
They did renovate it. When the what's the name left? When the Islanders left, they renovated
right? I
it.
thought so.
You mean to tell me it was less seats?
That's huge.
No, it needed renovation anyway. But once
Right.
the Isles left,
They renovated.
they renovated the place and whatnot.
So I wonder what they're gonna use it for.
I don't know because they ain't got that too much stuff going on.
I know.
Other than the Nets and maybe
They
some
named it-
concerts and stuff
They
like that.
renamed it?
No, it's still Nassau Coliseum.
They ain't gonna give up that name. Well,
Well,
them Long Island.
Courtney,
But there's
Right.
nothing around there. That's
according
the
to this, the
problem.
Long Island Nets, the G League team play there.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
but there's nothing
And
there.
they always have concerts.
Yeah, they got
Right, they
concerts.
do have concerts. I know that.
You know, but like
I
you
don't-
go
I
on that
don't
strip
remember ever being there.
on Hempstead Turnpike, there's nothing there.
There's nothing there.
Hofstra's across the street. The football
okay.
field, Hofstra's across the
But
street.
that's what the Jets used to practice.
Yeah.
at. All right.
That's the only thing that's really close by. And Nassau Community College is near there too.
No, no. Okay.
They wanted to turn it into a casino, but they got turned down.
Oh,
Yeah. That's what everybody want to do now.
Yeah, exactly.
Casino.
You see, they got that big plan for the casinos at Aqueduct. They're
Aqueduct.
gonna make it into a real casino.
Right.
They got all kind of venues.
Yeah, they want to
put up.
extend it. Oh, yeah.
$1 million
Deal,
renovation.
yeah. If they can
And
get
over
that
there
deal.
by
And-
what you call them too.
and,
They
Nas-
want to do that.
Nas and Jay-Z are in a competition to see
to see who
Who's
get
group
that
gets
contract.
the contract.
Yeah.
Because don't they want to do that over there with Queensfield, with City Field over there too?
Yeah,
Right, they
want
were
to
talking about that,
Over there
and they
too.
were talking over there by the West Side Highway over there
But
too.
only one of them is going to get it because
Yeah.
they're not going to give up more than one contract for
Right.
casino in New York.
Yeah.
They got some upstate, but they're not going to.
If they get that soccer, I think gonna be a mess traffic wise over there by City Field. It's gonna be a mess.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
It's already
It's
traffic.
crazy now. I
Yeah,
had to go to LaGuardia.
Cause now- because the deal was the soccer field, and then they want to put an apartment complex over there for low income housing in that whole area. So it'll be a mess.
All right, so it was 6:47. It was all right. A great show due to all the difficult things we was dealing with.
Oh, I know we forgot one thing.
Yeah.
D, this is for you. Happy Ramadan to all our Muslim listeners.
Yes,
Ramadan Makabar. That's what he said to say, right?
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
I'm quite sure he's tuned in.
All
right,
I didn't want to let D down. I didn't want to let him down. We almost forgot. Sorry, bro.
Yo, he love you for that one. I hear you.
I had to laugh. Yesterday, I said, oh, back and forth.
Yeah, you saw that, right?
I was like, here
Yeah.
we go.
Yo, both of them got
Yeah,
perked
yeah.
up, man. Both of
I
them
was
got
like,
perked
here
up,
we
man.
go.
Yeah, and the Yankees at that too.
Yeah.
Hey,
I said,
Baseball.
boy, they go.
Be right around the corner. 3
I
more
know
weeks.
how y'all are, boy.
3 more weeks, you got
I
baseball.
bet.
Going to
I
these
bet that's
free zone games and what that March and April, man. It be
Good
freezing.
luck.
It be cold out there.
Who's taking
man.
us out? Who got the music? Who's taking us
All
out?
right.
Yeah, we
y'all.
asked the man here, man.
I'm not gonna play it over y'all.
All right. Well, we'll be back next week. Everybody, peace out.
Thanks for listening as always.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, sir. We enjoy y'all listening to us each and every week.
Take us home,
We
Relic.
couldn't do it without y'all guys.
Living fossil.
John Green, I meant to apologize to you. If we still on, you can hear me. I think you was right about those Denver Nuggets, and I don't know about Tatum for being MVP. I'm gonna have to bow down to you, my brother.
Take us away.
See you next
And I'm
week.
like, why am I getting mad for? I'm not even a Celtics. I just want to play better. I'm like, what are you doing? You should come out your face like that.
Can't
I'm
help
the face of the league. You don't show up for the game.
it. You know what it is? These reporters put the mic and they start asking them questions, and you get caught up into that stuff.
better
man.
stay humble.
We got to, man. You know they're gonna write about it.
That kid Joker, boy, he don't play. Back down.
He's got to be one of the hardest guys to play against because you can't. What are you gonna take away from him?
That's it.
He can pass. He can score if he has to.